Broadcasting from the capital of sports, it's the Matty B Show. Right here on Epis Sports Radio. Matty B.
And swung and hit in the air. To deep right center. That ball is high. It is far. It is gone. Very deep as White hits one deep to left field. Higley back near the wall. It's out of here. The Mets win the ball game.
A 60-point game for Cody Green. And they're up by 3. It's over. Eric Decker holds it in. The Jets win in overtime.
The Jets win. I love hearing that because that never happens. We gotta switch that up. We need a new intro, Doug. We need a new intro. Alright.
We need some tweaking. For sure.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, Matty B, Epis Sports Radio. This is episode 53. Merry Christmas to all and all a good night. I hope you, all of you, had a beautiful Christmas Eve, beautiful Christmas morning. I know a lot of people celebrate on Christmas Eve. We're not the family that celebrates much on Christmas Eve, although it was nice. We had a good time. We decorated the tree. All right, my wife wrapped presents because by the time that was getting done, I was done for. I needed to go to bed. She was still wrapping gifts till like 1 a.m. in the morning. So kudos to wifey, for being the real Santa Claus. Merry Christmas, Gino. Coming on Twitch. Appreciate you, man. Hope all is well. Hope you got all the gifts you were looking for. And enjoy your day. All right, it's a day to relax and a day to spend with friends and family. And even if you are by yourself, if you're doing something you like to do, and that's more important, right? Just do whatever it is you like to do. Or if you like to stay at home, read a book, drink a glass of wine, whatever it is, man, all right? And if you like to go out, do your thing. Some people like to go to the movies on Christmas. I'm not the movie type, for Christmas. You ever do that, a Christmas Day movie, Dub?
I've heard people do it. But no, actually, yesterday, me and my sister watched movies. We planned. There was no sports to watch. So, but no, we didn't go out to do that. We didn't we watched movies, though.
There's a big movie that's been being promoted hard for Christmas Day, and that's the Marty Supreme movie with Timothy Chalamet. Kind of a dope movie. I don't know, if you ever heard of this, Dub, but the main character is true story, and apparently he was like a ping pong star, amongst other things. So I'm actually excited to check out this movie because it is sports related. So,
okay. But, about ping pong?
It's like his name. The nickname is Marty Supreme, but I forget what his.
It can't be that serious. The movie though.
It's pretty damn serious apparently, and it's
it's no comedic.
And the early rating on Rotten Tomatoes is like 98%, and that's
so
insane.
It's a serious. Yeah. It's not comedic like he's dodgeball.
I think it's a little bit of everything because the personality of Marty Supreme in itself was just a very eccentric character.
Okay, so
I
know it could be a true story because you could make it a little because it's ping pong. So I'm like, I just laugh when you say ping pong immediately.
Yeah,
ping pong.
I know. I'm trying to get his actual name. Hold on. Because it was
it's not the most it's mostly probably one of the most unseriously
Marty Reisman.
Serious sports.
Yeah, Marty Reisman, he is a charismatic figure known for his skill, flamboyant style, side hustles in the 1940s and 50s. Reisman was a world-class player with 22 major titles, but also a showman who hustled for money, much like the character in the film. So, just a crazy, wild story, yeah. 40s and 50s, yeah. I'll try to get a picture for you. I'll get a side-by-side comparison for you. Timothy Chalamet.
That's your guy, man.
I love Chalamet, man. He's great.
I know. He's talking about.
Yeah, he's good stuff. My favorite movie by him recently was the one about Bob Dylan that he did. I really love that movie.
Right.
Honestly,
I know about that.
He did great with that one. And Bob Dylan,
I know a lot of Bob Dylan.
I named my older son after Bob Dylan. For him to like portray that character perfectly was really cool. See the side by side of Marty Supreme, played by Timothy Chalamet in the movie, and Marty Reisman, the actual character.
He's an interesting looking fella.
Yeah.
And he's a ping pong master.
22 titles back in the day. I have another one here. Let's see. There's another side by side. Now that you see Marty Reisman in his older age now, that's what he's looking like.
Ping pong and table tennis, same thing, right?
Yeah,
ping pong and table tennis.
It's essentially, as far as I understand it, essentially the same thing. I believe it's all the same measurements in terms of ball and paddle and all that. But really cool movie that's coming out. I didn't even expect to talk about this. It just came to mind as I'm opening up the show. So, but because it's sports related, I was thinking about doing like a little short, like the real Marty Supreme, and all that, with the talking head and all,
Ping pong.
I mean, it's great, man. If you played ping pong, like seriously tries a hell of a sport,
Yeah, of course. We had it in my aunt's basement, Chino's basement. Chino had to take me crazy. So of course I'm very competitive. It's fun, and anyone can play it. But I would just say, professionally, it's not very perceived as a sport that's taken too seriously. And so when I call you talk
certainly not here, right? Yeah.
No, right? Yeah. Especially not here. Of course, out east in the east. In the Far East, yeah, we know it's, and then in Eastern Europe as well. Czechoslovakia is big, but I'm just saying, like, so when you said, "Hey, ping pong," and that was the first reaction. But I respect it. I respect any competitiveness, but that's why I ask: is there any like funniness into it? Because they can't be too serious if it's a ping pong movie. You can't be that hardcore serious the whole movie. So that's what I was asking.
Listen, if Rotten Tomatoes is giving it a 98%, that's pretty damn serious,
Even if it's not all that, as much as they say, it got to be decent. 98.
Yeah, they don't give out those scores very often like that, So
you're gonna make me have to go see this shit, man.
You have to. I think it's a good one. It's almost
going to.
Yeah.
You just making me like, how are they gonna do this movie?
Let me tell you, the promotion that he was doing, like, man, he was all over commercials, everything. So
when does it come out?
Over the algorithms. It's today. It literally comes out today, Christmas Day. Yeah.
All right. Let's go. Let's get out of off this. We'll check it out. We're gonna and we can review. I'll review the shit with you.
Yeah. Who knows? Maybe I'll go check it out with Dylan or something. I don't know. Maybe this weekend.
I'll try to watch it before New Year's Day. I'll try to watch it.
Yeah, okay. I would like to. Maybe it's a good one to go and see in the theaters. So, speaking of Christmas Day, all right.
When I watch it, I probably can get it here, and I'll find a way to watch it. So I'm not going to the theater.
I'm sure too. Like, I don't know if they'll make it available to like rent on the apps, but I know like in a month or so they will for sure.
Yeah, remember you take a year to let the movies out.
No, not anymore. Not anymore. They don't do that. Yeah, I know. I know. I remember those days, man. It's crazy. You have to wait till it hits Blockbuster, man.
Yeah, and
it was a while.
Months.
It
would be like the movie coming out again. So they really pimped us out. But now,
right. Yeah, kids today will never understand that, man. Like you're absolutely right. It really was like a second coming out of the movie. You had to wait till it hit Blockbuster. It just, it was in theaters for so long. Then it would stop in theaters.
Yes.
And then there was like a period where you couldn't watch it essentially. And
certain movies, man, certain movies in that 10, 20 year span. I remember when they re-released Batman a little before you, but the 1989 they re-released it again. It was so the marketing on it was huge.
Yeah.
Now, like movies, I mean, they've got enough out of us, yo. So they had it could never. The money they were squeezing out of us is nuts, bro.
Yeah.
For our parents in that case, in those times.
Task coming from Twitch. Have Merry Christmas, bro. Hope all is well. Hope you have a beautiful one.
That's Task.
Task is here. He's lurking and put up the tab for us. Appreciate you, man.
The master of Task.
Listen, NBA Christmas Day. We got a little football going on today.
A little bit.
We got three games. They're not good games, though. I'm sorry, they're not good games.
And guess what? They're gonna beat the NBA in ratings.
No, hell no, no way. We will look back on this. There's no way in hell.
Right now,
The
Write it
Knicks at 12 o'clock and OKC San Antonio at 2:30. Are you gonna beat out the NFL games? These piece of crap
Yes.
games they decided to put on. Well, listen, I don't blame the NFL because they thought these would be
Warriors
good
at
games.
Warriors Dallas at 5 o'clock is not beating any NFL game you got. I don't care what you got. Okay, I don't care.
Wait, what do you mean? NBA game or NFL game?
NBA, that Warriors Dallas Mavericks game at 5 p.m.
That's not
is
beating.
not going to beat
Even
whatever
that has
NFL
a potential
game.
to beat it, man.
No,
You don't think so?
I don't know. I don't think so. The NFL
We'll
is
look
so
back. I'm sure that's going to be a big comparison. So
we're definitely going to bring that back. Guys,
Yeah.
if we don't mean Maddie, don't bring it up on the next show chat, just please hold us to that. Like, guys, you're going to talk about what happened in those rings. Don't let us forget it. You know, we need to start going back on these shits because me and Maddie will spar and then we won't ever address the shit. So either way, whether Maddie right or I'm right, I want to see what happens because I don't think they're going to beat them, Matt, in the ratings. And I think it pisses Silver off that the NFL has invaded Christmas Day.
I mean, I would say the 8:15 game, you know, Kansas City and Denver, and not that Kansas City is in it anymore. They're just playing to play spoiler at this point, you know. But chances are not going to happen with the absence of Mahomes. But you know, Denver 12-3. I think you know just that fan base alone, people are very interested. And again, like we talked about it on the previous show on 52, which is, by the way, for those that are watching now. And in post, you know, by the time I get this, you know, fully edited and online, I'm sure I'll have 52 up. But for the sake of it right now, episode 52 still unedited, still with the live raw version on YouTube. So just, you know, listen, Christmas time. It's there. You can check it out on Twitch and YouTube. So it's a two-parter. We did a Mental Mondays into it. So it's a little hidden. That's the problem right now for you guys. It's a little hidden. If you got to go to the Mental Monday, episode 26. And it's the second half of that.
Oh,
so,
we did.
Yeah.
Right.
Maybe I will put up a timestamp actually for you to make it easier. But, you know, again, because we talked about on last show and we talked about how fantasy, you know, sports, you know, has such an impact on viewership now, you know, and gambling. That's really what I'm talking about. It's the whole fantasy football. It's gambling. How you're right. These games that are not, I guess the Detroit, Minnesota, that's a pretty decent game. You got Detroit 8-7. They're fighting for that playoff.
They're not as Al used to say cool games.
Right.
They aren't.
Right.
They aren't. But and that's the craziest thing about it.
Yeah.
Where are they being broadcasted from? I believe they're Netflix games. I'm gonna check, guys.
No, the 1 p.m. I got it. The 1 p.m.
Okay.
Dallas, Washington is Netflix. 4:30 p.m. is also Netflix. That's Detroit, Minnesota. And the 8:15 is Prime, Amazon Prime. And I believe as long as you have, you know, normal cable subscription, you'll be able to get that. I don't think it's exclusively on Prime.
It might be. I don't know about Amazon Prime because of the platform and not being as popular as the Netflix platform. But that Lions Vikings on Netflix, it could be ESPN broadcasted NBA game.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Right. Because Netflix, right? So, but even then, you know,
time slot and what you just mentioned with the gambling part of it, and it being the most probably interesting game. Even though the Vikings are kind of out of it, they're not. They're going to be playing for something when you look at it.
Are they? Is there no chance? Are they mathematically out of it? 7-8.
It can't be, but they can be. They can be. How many games we got left? 2. Yeah, we got 2 games left.
That's it.
I think so.
So they would have to win out for even to have a chance, right? But
it probably get all kind of impossible help.
Yeah.
Minnesota is they are right behind the Lions. Well, Dallas isn't mathematically eliminated, I heard someone say that. So the Minnesota isn't because they're 7-8. Dallas is 6-1. Minnesota is right behind the Lions in the last wild card spot. But the Lions are chasing Green Bay.
Gotcha.
At 9-5. Yeah. Green Bay, they're kind of done when you look at what's going on with them with the Mekhi Parsons injury and Jordan Love getting the concussion the other day, and that heartbreaking loss to who did they play? And they lost at the end of the game on last Thursday, was it? Or was it the Saturday game? Green Bay, Chicago to the Bears, the Caleb Williams.
Right.
A
That's
game
actually
they
the
had.
one that screwed me. Yeah.
Right, the game they had. And it's just like when you look at, we've talked about this with other teams, man. This season is so long; it has so many parts. Green Bay was coming out of people's mouth to be a Super Bowl possibility, at one point, and not too long ago. Oh, you can't count them out. Yeah, they're all right. But now Brock Purdy, he lights up the world in Indianapolis, and now the Niners are being talked about. And Gino, sorry, the big Niner, half glass, half empty guy, my cousin Gino. But the Niners will be talking about, they're going to win in 1 seed. Look at Purdy, he was on fire. And it's just every week in the NFL, there's always a new princess or prince, So it's just interesting watching the Packers and their situation going in. And I don't know, but they look like they're going to make the playoffs. They're going to back in the Packers. The Lions are trying to have a say-so at 8-7 playing the Vikings today. So.
Yeah, I got the game from last week up there, and you're right, with the injuries involved, it's such a big blow to their season. And that it was kind of just a telling loss and all that, overtime loss as well. The magic of Chicago.
Malik Willis throws to get you a 10-point lead with the backup, and then it just, we're going to get out of here with a win. We'll regroup. We got the win. Thank God the backup did the job, because Malik Willis is a great backup.
Right,
but then Caleb just heartbreaking loss for them, Matty.
Yeah. That's a tough spot. Yeah.
And the Bears, they benefit.
Who knows? Who knows? And, Bears are interesting too, man. Like we said, all year, just, now obviously 2 games left. It's kind of, the standings have taken complete shape, but the teams that came out on top are not necessarily the ones that we had predicted early on in the season, and it's made this playoff, that we're about to witness more and more interesting in my eyes, honestly.
Look at his numbers. You got him up there, man. He did a good job.
He did.
In relief after the second quarter concussion. He comes in, he gets you a 16-6 lead, and it just fades away. They 16 unanswered, and they beat you.
Yeah, 9 for 11, 1 touchdown. That's managing at least, right? And making the play is necessary, no doubt.
Yeah, get the hell out of here. You think you're going to win the game? It was under 2 minutes to go. They recovered an onside kick.
Interesting. No sacks from, Green Bay, and just 1 sack. And this is an overtime game from Chicago. So low-scoring game, and yet no sacks. That's a very interesting stat right there. Yeah.
Well, Caleb was throwing a lot of incompletions, as you have his 19 of 34 up there, Matty Beasley. So, slow game, incompletions, clock stops, slow game. It gets methodical, get a little boring. But I'll tell you what, that game picked up at the end. It really did. They recovered an onside kick. This is a play, guys, that is, about a 1% chance of making the way that it's set up now, because the guys can't move anymore until the ball is touched or hits the ground. I forget. And then the ball has to go a certain amount. It's a lot when it comes to that onside kick. There's no do-overs. You blow it. They put you on. They give the team the ball, wherever. And they executed it. It hits Dobbs, bounces off of him, whatever. They got it. And it's like, they're going to. And it was interesting, Matt, when we talked about, which game was it where we were like, they should go for it. There was another, it was one of those games. It was the.
the 2-point conversions that you're talking about.
Right. The Rams-Seattle game.
Right. Seattle. Yeah, right. Seattle coming out on top. And you're right.
Now, my memory. But in that case, with Ben, with the coach of the Bears, they didn't have to go for 2. They should have went to overtime, and that's what they did. They we go to overtime, we're going to beat them, because they're under pressure. They got the backup. We're home. We're going to beat them. Go to overtime and beat them. And they didn't have that pressure, and then they went to overtime, and they beat them. Touchdown, Caleb Williams. Boom, bam.
By the way, Minnesota is eliminated, so they're mathematically out of it. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. But they can fuck up their
because they're in that division with the Bears and the Packers. So Bears won it, and then in terms of wild card, they just they're out of it, man. It's not
they can't catch the wild card.
No, which is interesting. I guess because of
because they can't match the Packers.
They can't match the Packers, right? That's what it is. Yeah. And who else? It's Packers and
Lions. The Lions can get a better record than the Packers, but Minnesota can't.
Well, 49ers and Rams screw everything up. Right, that's the thing. Is because they still have a shot. That NFC West is ridiculous, bro.
Yes, sir.
That
Yes,
it
sir.
really is. Outside of the Cardinals, it's absurd.
Look at it.
Well,
You see, guys.
Outside, obviously you got Chicago in the NFC North, but my God, and then Philly's still around too, right?
Yeah, they're world champs. We're not gonna invalidate them or discount them.
Yeah.
And don't with the 49ers, the 49ers, Gino's team, they got Chicago, they got Seattle left after the shootout with the old man in Indianapolis. They have the Purdy was phenomenal. I mean, McCaffrey with no defense. But that's what Gino and the Niner Nation is gonna say. We don't have a defense.
Right.
We don't have a defense. We're hurt on defense. But they've got the Bears on Sunday. And then they close out big, probably for the marbles. Maybe for the marbles, home against the Seahawks, 1:00 on Sunday, unless they change the time of that game. So, yeah. So we're getting down to it, ladies and gentlemen. We're down to the nitty-gritty. We got 2 games left.
What's the matchup predictor? Is +1? What is it? Is that what you got? +1 says. Well, I'm trying to get odds on that for this game. Oh, I'm bugging. -3 for San Francisco on DraftKings.
And the Bears, right.
Yeah.
Right. That's Sunday night, guys.
Yeah, that's the premier game of the week for sure. Probably be talking about that, We'll be maybe doing a little one of those promo videos for you on Sunday.
Yeah, that's a big game.
That's a big one for sure.
Another honorable mention, you got Eagles at Buffalo, 10-5, 11-4, even though the Eagles pretty much both teams. It's interesting. Both teams are in the game.
I like Bears money line, for that. That's +136 for the Bears. I like that. I don't know why I like the Bears here in this spot, but I don't know.
They've been playing good football.
They've been playing good football. Yeah.
Yeah.
I could see San Francisco lose that game.
You also have Seahawks at the Panthers. A lot of implications in that one because the Panthers are going to be walking into this weekend with a 1-game lead in the NFC South over Tampa Bay. And we both know there's only one way to get in the playoffs if you're in the NFC South, and that's winning the division, thanks to the NFC West. So you have to win the division. Panthers up a game on Tampa. However, they've got Seattle this week, and then they have Tampa again to close out the season in Tampa. So got a lot of big games coming up this weekend and next weekend, guys. Playoff games, almost, you could call them almost.
What do you like on that? You like the spread on that one? +7 Panthers against the Seahawks?
Yeah, I love that.
I like that too.
The Panthers don't get smoked, bro. Who smokes them? Once they ain't get smoked in a minute.
Right.
They haven't getting their ass whooped in a minute. This is a Panther team that that beat Atlanta 30-0 in September. That's impressive win. They lost. They got blown out by the Patriots September 28th. They did get smoked a couple of times. I'm lying, guys. Early on, they got pounded by Buffalo. This has been a while though. That was October 26th. They got beat 40-9. Ever since then, guys, they do lose a lot of double-digit games. I take back.
Yeah, let's see.
They lost to the 49ers in November, 20-9. They lost to the Saints. They coughed up one at home, 17-7. They have signature wins. They beat the Rams. We know that. They beat Atlanta twice. They beat Green Bay at Green Bay. The Panthers have signature wins. So, they're a very enigma-type team. But Tampa has shown they don't want it. And teams like the Panthers will snatch it from you. So, and that's what they're doing. So we'll see, Maddie. They got Seattle. I do like you on that one, on the positive, on the Panthers, on the plus points.
We'll see. It's going to be a good game. All right.
Jaguars Colts should be fun. Rivers against the red hot Trevor Lawrence. It's going to be fun.
It's about damn time with Trevor Lawrence, huh? This is a big year for him. Yeah.
It seems like since they made the trade for Jacoby Myers, right or wrong, he has taken his game to another level. Like he needed that other guy, even though he had Brian Thomas Jr., who had a phenomenal rookie season. It looked like he was going to be a star, but he's regressed. And now Jacoby Myers, and then they have a running back tandem in ATN and what's his name? Tatum, what's his name? the backup, Bakari. Anyway, the other guy, he's a good back too. They got a dual-headed monster, and like you said, Lawrence, he's moving. He looks real comfortable in that pocket, though, doesn't he?
Pretty good, man. I mean, I think, he's always had a bit of a presence in the pocket. I don't think the team was as good in years past, you know what I'm saying? So he was, doing whatever he can, to mitigate their issues. But, well, he certainly had to learn, no doubt.
He had blame in there. But also, they've had 3-4 coaches. I think he's had 3-4 coordinators, definitely. And they've definitely, since he came out the same year that the great Zach Wilson came out with the Jets. So this is about, this is 6 years ago, the 2019 draft.
Is Zach in the league anymore? I don't think he's in the league anymore.
2021. Yeah, he's in Miami. Remember he cried because he's not starting this week. He said, how come my kids start?
Oh, I didn't even know. Yeah, I didn't even know he's in Miami. Yeah.
Last week, he had a quote about,
Is he the backup? He's the backup to Tua? No, he was third string.
No, he's third. I don't know what he was, but Tua's out. Tua's done for the season. They're not playing him anymore. And he thought he was going to get a couple of starts. Yeah. But they put the kid in front of him. They're like, nah, bro, we know who you are. Stay right there.
McDaniel's like, nah, bro.
The GM got fired. I'm trying to live, brother.
I like this. I probably like this number for Jacksonville in the -6.5 going into this game against the Colts. What a downfall of a year for Indianapolis, huh? I mean, they were all living on such a high. I had talked about it when we got off to such a hot start. I was hyping up Daniel Jones. It was great.
Oh, yeah.
And then, he goes down. Obviously, they have, one of the greatest running backs in the game, and getting done. And, this team overall was just good, man. But, after Jones went down and, it just downward spiraled. And, bringing in Rivers, has been interesting.
It's desperation.
It's been interesting. And he's actually, really played his heart out. I'll give it to him. It doesn't look to me like he's just coming in for the insurance thing because, it's awfully convenient that he is getting back in here. But obviously, if Jones doesn't go down, he doesn't get that opportunity probably.
Look at the schedule, man. Look at that Colts, that 5-game losing streak. That's tough. When you look at all the W's in the beginning, it just got bad fast.
No doubt
Sauce Gardner trade where you mortgaged the future for now. They were all in.
Yeah.
They traded a receiver and 2 first-round picks. So their first-round pick is gone. It's gone to New York, to the Jets.
Right.
And then they're going to lose one the next year. Sauce hasn't even played. He's spitting out sunflower seeds on the primetime game. I mean, not saying it's Sauce's fault, but it just everything just didn't go the right way for them.
Yeah, I mean, they were, 8-2 after 10 weeks? That's phenomenal.
No,
and then they're right, 8-7. It's just all falling apart. You see the games right here on the left-hand side of the screen. Lost to the Chiefs, lost to Texans, lost to the Jaguars, lost to the Seahawks, lost to the 49ers, and probably another loss this week against the Jaguars. And I think that's it, right? That would knock them out. Are they eliminated at this moment?
I don't think so.
I don't think so, right? So they still theoretically have a chance. Let me pull that up.
I don't think so, but
where's my standings for it? Don't think so. But yeah, see, they're still mathematically in it. And, that's big. That's big for them. But who knows? Wouldn't that be a story? If Rivers could find a way, break the losing streak. He's played pretty well considering. An upset win. I mean, Jacksonville's already clinched. They already got a playoff berth. They're trying to hold on, to that division. I think, I don't know if they have a tiebreaker against Houston. But, Houston sitting at 10-5, they got a lot to play for there.
Jacksonville?
Jacksonville, yeah.
Yeah, Jacksonville and Houston play. They don't play again. Right.
I don't know, if there's a tiebreaker situation involved there. I have to look at the schedule
we
back.
talked about that, I think. I think we had that conversation there. Okay. It's going to go down to divisional record. because I think they split. That's the first tiebreaker. Divisional record will be the second tiebreaker.
Okay.
Yeah,
so, so they still have something to play for, indeed.
Right.
And, I guess they're trying to get one seed as well because, I guess that's technically possible depending on what happens with Denver and the Patriots.
First, win the division. They got to get rid of the Texans and win the division. We're talking about the Jags,
for sure.
Correct?
Yeah, but I mean, if they win out, it's mathematically possible if Patriots and the Broncos lose for them to get the one seed. That would be something in itself.
Well, the Texans are going to be traveling to LA on Saturday at 4:30 tomorrow to face the Chargers, and then they'll be home against the same beat up Colts team. So it's interesting. They got one divisional game left. But yeah, at the end of the day, there's nothing to talk about until Jacksonville loses. If they don't lose, there's nothing to talk about as far as the Texans go and winning a division. You're right. We can talk about of one seed, which it look like they're not going to get either. So they're going to be somewhere. They're going to have a home game in the first round.
I'm interested,
probably again
with the Colts.
Probably against the Texans.
With the Colts, they would have to win out. All right, they would have to win both games, and then it would also require, because somebody's gonna win that shitty AFC North. Like either the Ravens or the Steelers are getting in.
I'm gonna tell you one thing. As far as Jacksonville's concerned, I'm going to tell you who they're gonna play. If they win that division, they're gonna get the home game. They're not gonna get a bye because New England and Denver will have other things to say. They're not leapfrogging both of them. It's mathematically, but they're not. Let's say hypothetically they don't. They're gonna go be playing it. They're gonna be home for Buffalo in a wild card game, bro. That's scary, bro. Maybe the Chargers will be around, but the Chargers, Buffalo, and probably the Texans are all going to be going on the road in the AFC.
Right.
Okay. We got 7 teams get in, 1 get a bye. You get 3 home. The other 3 division winners stay at home, and they face the wild cards, depending on records. One wild card, the way things are shaping up. I mean, they might lose today too. And the Chargers have the same record. Chargers, it's a lot of jockeying for position, guys. We could do this shit all day. Really, I'm really looking at it. We really could. But, I think we're going to I know we're really going to really know more and with a game to play next week because there's so much things that can happen in moving parts with only 2 weeks to go. There's still so much things that can go down.
Looking into here.
What you got, Maddie? So, very interesting.
I mean, you could continue on the NFL train, or you want to talk a little NBA basketball. Obviously, 12 o'clock. We got the Knicks coming up in less than an hour. So to get your NBA fix going.
A lot of NBA. This is kind of like the unofficial beginning of the NBA season, in a way. Especially for old time fans. All right. We don't look at Christmas is when it really starts, going to the new year. We have what we have. We had our little argument last time. Nothing much has changed as we had our little Eastern Conference argument, me and Maddie B. But Knicks home for underachieving Cleveland Cavaliers team, 17-14. We were talking about the number yesterday. Mobley's going to be out. Evan Mobley's out today. So we'll see how much that affects them. What do you think, Maddie? We got 29 New York team in the Eastern Conference. The Pistons is right above them. We've seen a lot of San Antonio in the West. They're looking real good.
Just on this game alone, with the Knicks and Cavaliers, we could talk NBA all day with what's going on down the line. But I love this matchup today. I think it's a great matchup. It's interesting that the line seems to be moving a little bit. They're taking away points for the Knicks here. I think it's going to be a lot closer than what people think. I think initially it was at -6.5 when it opened up the line. A lot of praise into New York, and listen, they punted the previous game against Minnesota, and I kind of hate that. They geared up for this Christmas Day game. I think it's stupid, and it's also in relation to NBA Cup and all that, and the schedule being so tight because of it. They really should give the NBA Cup finalists a little bit more time, to recoup and
especially if the game doesn't count. It's an 83rd game.
So right, that's another thing too. this is, it's a big testament for the Knicks here. I want, you got to see them beat these types of teams. The Cavs are still, in there. I heard somebody say, the Cavs are garbage this year, 17 and 14.
No, they're underachieving.
Right.
They're underachieving.
Right. They're underachieving. They're still going to be relevant. If they make it into the playoffs, who knows? If they can, somewhat get healthy there. Mitchell is still dangerous. Cavs are a good team. They got some good players.
They've been together for a long time. So they've been playing for a long time together.
No doubt.
So that's always the thing.
Oh, thank you for following 666. Appreciate you. Coming from
triple
Twitch.
bitch.
Thank you for showing up. Keep showing up as always. What are you watching? Merry Christmas, 666. If you celebrate, Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah, the whole nine. All right, whatever it is you celebrate.
Whatever you want to do, yeah.
Thanks for showing up. What are you watching any sports today? What do you got on the docket? Shout out from Manchester. Huge OKC fan. Nice. Cool.
Nice.
That's dope. Coming from Manchester, no doubt.
So 666, real quick. Are you worried about San Antonio at all?
You should be, because San Antonio is 2-0.
I want to see what Triple X is, baby. Yeah, but they look like they're matched up well versus them, don't they, Maddie?
They look like they're extremely matched up well for them, and I actually took the points today with San Antonio, and it's kind of interesting because now it's 9.5, bro. They're giving OKC. They really think that OKC is gonna get their revenge and blow San Antonio. And listen, they've blown most of the teams out this year.
In that Cup semifinal, we jumped on the Spurs, the cover. They won the game. Right. I remember. I don't know, that morning we talked about it. I don't remember if you went in, but I know I did.
Yeah.
I jumped on that bitch.
And just the other night, they beat them again and blew them out, by the way. Not even close.
And I'm glad about that because I hate the way the Knicks match up with OKC.
Yeah, and I was also a worry for me as a Knicks fan in that NBA Cup was the matchup against the Spurs. I didn't think they would match up well against them, and they held their own. I will say that Mitchell Robinson was phenomenal against Wemby. He really bullied him a little bit.
He really was guard. Like, he really made it his business to give Wemby a hard time. Yeah, Wemby, he gave him out.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, I'm still giving Spurs a lot of praise, and this may be OKC's kryptonite. And this is a huge game, I think more so for OKC, because San Antonio has already shown you that they're coming, that they are here, that they have arrived, and they're ready to go, man. They're 22-7 this year. This ain't no joke. They're a legitimate contender to get out of that West.
That is, to me, after that, I'm not gonna run to watch that Maverick Warrior game after that. Spurs Thunder, the Knicks at 12. After I get off of here with you, I'm gonna go jump right on the Knicks and then watch the whole Spurs Thunder. I don't need no more NBA after that. That Spurs Thunder.
I told you, man. Ratings wise, I think that's a big draw.
That's Christmas, man. To see Wemby cook Chet, because he looks like he loves to put Chet in a blender. Come out here, baby. Come guard me.
Speaking of Chet, 666 says, why was Chet not marking Wemby? I'll never know.
See, I didn't see that. So me and 666, we on the same page, baby. I wasn't even looking at the chat. I got to start looking at the chat. My bad, brothers and sisters. Let me get on this chat.
That's all right. That's what you got me here for.
That's okay.
But and 666 beat you to it, by the way. He brought that up before you started mentioning it.
Right.
So,
no doubt.
Listen, this is a huge game. It's a huge game for both teams, but again, I think Spurs have already proved themselves. It's a bigger game for OKC. If Spurs beat you up again on your home court, and now they're 3-0 over you on that, let me tell you, I don't know if this is their final meeting of the year. Probably not. They get maybe one more. I don't know, or it's 3 games and that's it for them. We could check, but
they do 4.
They do 4.
They do 4 in the division.
Right. So all right. So one more. Probably coming down the line. I would think so. I mean, you already got 3 games in between them. So that's pretty interesting, early on in this year. But, again, this is, I think, a bigger game for OKC, especially being the juggernaut that they are. Are they slipping a little bit here, Dub? Is it a little... Is this...
They slipping. They got 3-4 losses.
I know. But this is a mid-season slippage from them, a little holiday, a little too much going on. I don't know. You know, the eggnog hitting a little too hard for OKC all of a sudden. You know, it's kind of funny when I mentioned that's a bit of a slump for them. They're 26-4, and yeah, you know, they've dropped a couple of games. You know,
You got eggnog?
you got eggnog. He's calling for the eggnog over here. I wish I had some eggnog.
I didn't see it.
Is
In
it
the
too?
fridge,
He's got eggnog. Oh my god. I'm not a fan of eggnog.
Oh man, you can do so many things with it.
Really? Like what? I don't know. What are you doing with eggnog? I got my coffee. That's what I got. Yeah. 666 coming from Manchester, man. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks, 666. We got love. Thank you, brother. Love, much love.
He said, with the start, we had one defeat. Ain't worrying me. Yeah, no, it shouldn't be at all. You know, absolutely. You know, I mean, listen, OKC, you know, they've been, and you know, it's an NBA dynasty at this point. You could call it. You know, a good debate. Dub, who's the better, you know, team? Is it OKC, what we're seeing now, or the Golden State Warriors in their prime with all of them? You know, with all, you know, Steph, Clay, and Dre and all that. You know, even you could throw that Durant team in there as well. I think that was probably the best Golden State team, right? When Durant was there.
Yeah, but that Durant team wasn't fair.
Yeah.
Those two Durant championships, I mean, they count. And those are some of the greatest shit. There was not even, it was like, we didn't even want to watch the NBA like that. You forced to, you know, all right. Unless you want to just watch LeBron James get cooked, which a lot of people watch just for that, sure. But they didn't have a chance. That's the J.R. Smith game when he held the ball, when the clock ran out. The J.R. Smith series, one of them. They got swept in one year, and then I think they beat them one game in the other. But yeah. Besides that, though, but I don't like to use the Durant team. I know I should, but I just want to use the regular team, the original one, the ones that got beat by the 73-9 one even, and they won a championship the year before.
Right. The one that didn't win, they broke the record and didn't win, right?
Right, but they had won a championship though. Yeah. So you know, we'll take that. But
I mean, listen, OKC has a legitimate. What was the record again? What's that? What's the greatest record? I think
73-9.
73-9. So right now at 26-4, yeah, it doesn't even seem possible, but it is. You know, if they drop another one here to the Spurs, who knows? Now you really run the risk of not being able to break that record. You know, they have to get on their winning streaks again in order to do that. Just to think about that, bro, that record is absurd. They're at 26-4 right now, and we're debating whether or not they'll be 73-9. Like, they're only going to lose 5 more or 4 more the rest of the way. You know, like, that's absurd. But for them, I guess it's theoretically possible just because of how good they are compared to the rest of the competition. Now, clearly, if they played the Spurs every now and then, I don't know if that happens. You know, maybe throw in a couple of games against the Knicks as well. But I don't know. What do you think? I mean, if let's just hypothetically speaking, if OKC, you know, they either tied a record or maybe beat the record by 1. Even if they don't beat the record, but they get close. Let's say they have 11 losses on the year. You know, and they get to the finals again. You know, is this a better dynasty than those Golden State teams to you? You know, I mean, this core is so young; they're still going to be around for a while. That's the scary part about it. So,
right, they're young.
You know,
they're definitely. I don't know, man. The Golden State team is definitely more likable because for some reason, Shai hasn't taken to the world.
I mean, there was better. Those personalities were different. You know, those personalities. You know, Steph, Draymond. I mean, you had the bad boy, you had the good boy in Steph, you had the bad boy in Draymond. You know, all that. You know, the bully.
Right.
You know, you had Clay. That's just doing his thing. You know, like it's it's a different vibe. You know. You know, these kids are young. They're very the millennial type team.
They need another championship first. They have to win another championship. Yeah. And I think they should win it this year. They need that back to back. And even though no one has done, the Warriors are the last team to back to back. So to even be, they need to get back to back championships first of all.
All right. Okay. All right. So before you get to back to back, you can't. You're saying it's not really an argument. They still have to achieve that. Okay.
They need one more. Give me another one.
Okay. All right. I mean, that's a fair argument. I've just heard this debate, going around a little bit, and I'm kind of with you on that one. It's a little premature. Okay. That's fine. Because if they lose to San Antonio this year in the Western Conference Finals, are we really saying that? A young San Antonio team with the the freak player, Wemby, doing his thing. If they, all of a sudden it changes the narrative a little bit.
Right.
So I'm with you. Triple six. I said, as a European, my knowledge isn't on your level, guys. I love the educational talk. I appreciate that, and I appreciate that. Any questions you have, let us know. Are you a big soccer football fan? Triple six. Who's your team? I like Manchester United. All right, and listen, I have a backstory about that. I didn't just. It's, Manchester United is just a team that I was drawn to when I was younger. So I decided. And ever since I've been a fan, legitimately, they have sucked. So, as a Met fan, as a Met, Jet, Knicks fan, Ranger fan, I know nothing but pain. And now with Manchester United, they continue, even though they're getting a little bit better this year. But
You're
still,
the common denominator.
I guess so, right? I don't know.
Matty, accountability, Matthew.
No way! Triple six works at Old Trafford as a steward. That's awesome.
You can't make this shit up, bro.
That's awesome. There you go. Oh man,
that's you can't make this shit up.
Oh man, triple six. So all right. So you know what? Whenever I decide to come out there, because I want to go. I want to come out there. I want to go. I never traveled internationally yet. It's really just something I've put off. Me and my wife would love to take a trip out there. I got to go to one of these. I got to go to Old Trafford, and I got to meet you. How about that? We can make it happen. We can take a picture. It'll be full circle moment. That's awesome, man. He says, bro, we ain't city tickets are expensive. How expensive are we talking? Because I am used to very expensive tickets in New York. So, it's probably something that's not gonna, listen, and it doesn't matter. Whatever I need to spend, I'll spend it, for the sake of it because, I need to experience Old Trafford at least once, right? Like it just has to happen. So is there any like rumors of them like revamping or renovating or like maybe getting a new stadium? And it's been around forever. I'm sure they've made renovations over the years, but yeah. Unless season ticket holders, you ain't getting a ticket. Really? Really? No way. What do you mean? So I can't buy tickets on like a secondary market or anything? Is there a secondary market?
It's like that to get in. You can't get in that bitch.
This is fascinating to me. Yeah, I want to learn about this.
Secondary tickets.
The waiting list is 10 years. So wait, there's no way to scalp or like buy tickets on like secondary market or whatever. Because we here have there's tons of secondary market, but it's the prices compared to retail value are extremely inflated. Where, you could get, a baseball game, you get like let's say $75 ticket just for saying, nice seat section, if you go on secondary market, that it's going to be 3-4 times the price. But, you'll be able to get a ticket, because there's a lot of people selling their season tickets or whatever. But it's going to be exactly 3-4 times the price. So you're telling me there's no way to buy secondary?
You can get in. Even the Super Bowl right now, me, Maddie, on money, we get in.
Yeah. Because then this matters. I got if I want to go here, I got to figure this out.
Season ticket holder, but they got to be the ones selling the tickets. They buying the tickets here. I can pimp these out. They sell them like bars of gold.
Tickets versus Liverpool are minimum 300 to 400 in your currency. So what is that? What's that translation?
It's about the same, more or less.
Is it? Is it?
Same. Yeah, it's similar. They should have similar than ours to ours. It's about the same.
Yeah.
Am I right? Triple, is that correct? It's about the same, right?
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Let me see.
Yeah. So later, Euro, it was like 5 years ago because I had a Euro 5 and gave it to the bank and they gave me $5.
Yeah.
Yeah, something very close.
Let's see. Hold on. Is it like $500? I think. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Look. Okay. Okay.
As I was saying.
Okay. It's a little different. A little different.
In the pounds. Yeah, I'm getting a conversion rate right here. So 400 euro would be 471 in USD. Okay.
Okay.
You know, I mean, that's, yeah. And that's, is it a good seat? You know, whatever, like, are you all the way up top? You know, is it one of those types of situations?
It's a happy that you're in the building.
That's a get in the building price.
Yeah.
Oh man, you know, listen, hey, if it's got to happen, I'd spend it. That's a lot, though. That is a lot. And yeah, for like a Knicks game here, like today, 12 o'clock, I could even pull that up. New York's Knicks thing. Let's check it. I'll show you the craziness of America, 666. All right. You know, just to really give you perspective. So this is going to be, yes.
30 minutes.
So right now, this game, there's last call for tickets, 12 p.m. Knicks Cavaliers, Knicks being the premier team in the Eastern, all right? I'll show you right now. This is going to blow you out the water if you already don't know, all right?
The Knicks are going to be $350 to get in the building today. It's going to be $400 to get in the building. That's my guess before you can pull it up.
Hey, 6, yeah, check out the Shiv Nation Discord. You just got it right there. Check it out. That's a Discord run by my brother, Zero Sorrow. You could go join it. It's a Discord full of streamers. Okay, check them out. Okay, they stream a bunch of video games, all different types. So if you're into it, by all means, check it out. The Discord is full of other content creators. There's a bunch of different voice channels. If you're
starting a stream, it's a great place. Even if you want to join stream or start one, Discord.
Do you stream? Do you stream 666? I gave you the follow, by the way. Let me know. You know, let me know if you stream or anything. You know, obviously I follow you, so I'll check you out after the show. But yeah, you know, please.
Today, Maddie.
There's certain rules. So you know, as you pop into the Shiv Nation Discord, you got to introduce yourself in order to gain access to the whole Discord. Very simple. Right. You could just pop in, say, hey, you know, I you know, found out, you know, through the Epis Radio stream. So again, appreciate you for showing up, and definitely give those guys a hit up. Oh, you're not a streamer. Okay, cool. Hey, listen, you know, if you just want to, you know, be a part of a community that, you know, is like-minded people that, you know, hang out with us, by all means, check it out. All right. Got a lot going on in that Discord. There's channels just for mental health and well-being and things like that, and, you know, and all different types. So definitely give them a follow. Check them out. All right, here it is. I'll pull up these prices. So this is off Game Time, the Game Time app. Okay, hold on. Ba-ba-da-ba. Oh, I got to move our faces, too. Let me move the faces over. Or, you know what? I'll keep it. I think I'll keep it right there.
Amazing deal. $474.
Amazing deal. So, there. Listen it. So right here, the one that's currently highlighted. Okay, I see it. It's not necessarily courtside, but it's behind the Knicks bench. This is top 1% value. It's literally telling you that it's a super deal. So this is a deal. It costs $1,400 to sit row one. To sit row one in the 100 section, which you know, they're phenomenal seats. I would love to sit there. Seats, those are not those, but then those are not courtside. If you want courtside, no, actually it's 2,000. Send you not in the VIP. Really? There's no VIPs available right now. So you can see there's different sections right next to the court. There's VIP section, which is where all the celebrities sit. You actually, most of the time, you can't buy those tickets. Those are tickets that are offered to celebrities from James Dolan, the owner of New York Knicks. So you can't really purchase those. It's very rare, or if any, you would ever see those tickets available. But
how much is it behind the Knick bench?
Behind the Knick bench, and that's not even directly behind the bench, but center court, there's a $2,000 ticket, row 3, literally row 3, so between both benches. All right, then that's behind the scoring table as well. I'll highlight that. $11,000, and that includes fees, by the way.
What's the most expensive regular seat? Not a box or anything, just seat.
Or like the cheapest seat, or
the highest, the most expensive.
Somebody right now is trying. This is absurd, and this is the crazy about the secondary market. Somebody right here is trying to sell a ticket for $11,000 each on row 14 in section 117. If somebody buys that, they would be an idiot. Like, that's crazy. And
I don't know why you try to sell that at this time.
It makes no sense. You're not going to get that money, and who's going to pay for that? You pay $2,000 just to sit courtside. Like, whoever's doing that, they're not. I don't know why. Unless they're
amateurs.
They're amateur sellers, or they're trying to trick people. I don't know. Like, that's weird. But like, you're tricking yourself, obviously, right? Like, it's like
in an hour, those tickets are going to be worth nothing.
Right, yeah, that too. You got to really dumb down the price if you're trying to really sell it. And like, again, like, who's gonna buy that? Like, only people is rich people with money. I mean, you're spending what, $23,000, $22,000 for 2 tickets? That's absurd.
No, it's more than that. But they're not getting ready. They're gonna get a better price. The rich people.
Look at this, bro. Look at this, and people trying to sell it $1,000 all the way up. All the way up in section 224, center court, row 24 for $1,000. There's seats up there for $456. But again, like, that's the crazy part. Like, so there you go. Like, you're talking about 666, 500 USD essentially for to get into the building in Old Trafford. So
that's standing room. That's on the bridge.
That's basically the same thing in the Knicks. Again, in Madison Square Garden for a Knicks game. The cheapest ticket right now is being sold on Game Time for $436. That is the cheapest ticket, and you are high up there in the rafters in 419, section 419, row 5, and that's 2 seats together. You're spending nearly $900, almost $1,000 for just to get in the building for 2 people. If I want to take my son to a game, that's why
$20 also.
It's insane. 666, you said I've sent example on Discord. Okay, did you do an intro? Is that what you're saying? Because again, when it takes you to, it kind of runs you through the rules and regulations. You got to go down like that. And then you got to just introduce yourself a little. Hi, my name is 666, whatever, and all that, and you'll get permissions. It's okay. We can talk after the show. You can hit me up. Also, hey, if you have Instagram, if you have Facebook, my stuff is right there on the screen. Oh, let me W's Radio on there. Yeah, I'll show you both Dub and I's Instagram handle. All right, it's right here. Got W_Dubois and Epis Benedetti. Those are our personal pages on Instagram. You can also find me on Facebook. TikTok, I think it just says Maddie. I got to get my TikTok handle up there. But, yeah, hit me up on Instagram if you have one. Hit me up. Give me a follow. You can also check Epis Radio on Instagram and Facebook. Actually, just Instagram. Follow us and check out our YouTube. You see it right there, Epis Radio on YouTube as well. That's where all of our shows are. It's where all our short content is. Give us a follow or subscribe. We'd really appreciate it. We have 40,000 subscriptions on YouTube. Been doing this for just this year, honestly. We basically started this time last year. And, we've been going strong with the streaming stuff. We used to do it years ago as well, but we've just recently come back to it. It's been almost a full year now. When was our first stream? Since I got to look back on the page. But yeah, I got it. So check it out. For
That's
sure.
That's crazy. And we have, like I said, it's our 53 episode. We got 52 weeks in the year. So we put in some little work. There's sometimes we did way more than one per week. Then there's times, we took a little break. But yeah,
here's the YouTube page for your 666. I should have it on the screen for you. Epis Radio YouTube. You can see all the videos there. What is the first one, bro? Let's see. We have over. This is episode 53. Episode 1 was 10 months ago.
Yeah.
So 10 months ago. So it's not a full year yet.
No.
So we started in February.
Yeah. The first episode 10 months ago.
Yeah, 12 views. We still don't get, every now and then we get a lot of views on some of the stuff, but this one.
It had 12 views, right?
I have your big ass face on there for the episode 1. That's great. February episode 2 is when Luka got traded, for Anthony Davis. Yeah. Oh my God. Going back,
February 1st. So we are 11 months in, almost.
Yeah, there you go. Triple, that's why OKC atmosphere is one of the best. Majority are locals, right? For sure. Same thing, same thing at Madison Square Garden. Like, it's definitely a lot of locals that pack that building, but, they're diehards, man. They're willing to spend that money. When it comes down to those sitting courtside.
The thing with OKC is they're a little, and I could relate because I'm in Orlando. They're the only team in town. And when you have that, Orlando Magic, there's only one pro sports team, bro.
Right.
Big four. The next team is Tampa Bay Lightning and Rays. They're 2.5 hours away, whatever. If we follow baseball, that's who you follow, but it's not your team in your city. Same thing with OKC. So that relationship with the town and the team is going to be like no other. You saw how wholesome their parade was. It looked like the people were closer to them than one would be in the Canyon of Heroes if we had one soon again.
Right.
They're going to be far away. It's just, they still have that. It's almost college-like.
Here, 666, check this out, okay? This is today's game. San Antonio Spurs at Oklahoma City. There's the prices. The cheapest ticket right now is not bad. It's way different than Madison Square Garden. Cheapest ticket is $82 each. Okay, that includes fees. Cheapest ticket, that's all the way up. Section 328.
Christmas Day?
Yes, that's today's game. That's the cheapest ticket.
To get in the building tomorrow, they reconvene against the Hornets, 7 p.m. Melo Ball coming in. It costs $140 to get inside.
Yeah, look at it. It's more expensive. So,
wow.
Hey, Merry Christmas.
World champions?
Is it Eli? Eli, Merry Christmas coming from you too. Appreciate you. Hope you have a beautiful Christmas. Hope you got all the gifts that you were looking for Santa.
Hey.
All right. If you're watching any sports today, enjoy. Whatever it is you're doing, have a beautiful day. Appreciate you for showing up.
Appreciate you.
Listen, you guys showing up on Christmas Day. We love this. It's beautiful. I really didn't think we'd get a lot of people today. I was like, it's a weird time slot. I'm sure everybody's got things going on, But apparently, it's a good time slot for you guys. So thank you. We really appreciate it. Right now, we're going over comparing the ticket prices in the NBA. We have a friend here of 666 coming from Manchester. We got into the conversation about tickets, how expensive they are at Old Trafford, a team that I like very much, Manchester United. Apparently, 666 educating us a little bit. The waiting list to get into Old Trafford's 10 years long. That's insane. And wait, Trip, you never confirm with me whether or not is there a way to buy tickets on a secondary market? Do they not do that there? Like I don't know. I really would love to know that because it's fascinating. It's been a real issue here in America in regards to ticket prices. I mean, it is changed, and that's not only with sports; it's with concerts. I mean, it has inflated the industry to the point where it's even artists tell you do not buy these secondary tickets. If you're looking to buy tickets for a concert, what you do is you go through pre-sale. You sign up for a pre-sale. You gotta be the second it strikes 12 o'clock. You gotta be there ready to get there and buy the ticket, and that's how you get a cheap ticket. The same thing when it comes to sports. If you're not buying your sports tickets a year in advance when they release it off the official website and grabbing them early, you're left to the secondary market. And like, again, you should see the prices right here for OKC and San Antonio. This is OKC to sit really close. I'll zoom in a little bit here. I like this seat right here, $601. All right, it's a little where Dubby's head is, so it's a little off screen there, but you can see on the left. Okay, $601 each, 2 seats together in section 104. To compare, you could also see this on your screen. This is section 107, a little bit over from the 104 section. It's $617. I like those tickets, but that's insane. I guarantee you, at the beginning of the year, you buy retail straight off the website. It's probably like $150 or something like that. It might be 5-6 times the price, on the secondary market. And then you got crazy people like this, not even as good as the seat that I just mentioned, $2,700. Each.
I'll still watch it. I'll watch on the couch with my old man.
Yeah, no doubt. Even for $617, man, and that's close. That for me, that's like, ooh, I don't know. That's like I might want to pay for that just because it's OKC Spurs. Like I remember I went to Philly a couple of years ago to see that dominant Durant Golden State Warriors team, bro. I went there. I went to Philly. Yeah, bro. I seen Durant play on Golden State. I had to. My boy hit me up, and he's like, bro, you want to go to Philly? And you got Philly. That's when, who was on that? That was Philly. Was that the Ben Simmons Philly team? And B.
The process.
Right. That was the process. Early process. Yeah, for sure. Early process. And
they probably still had Okafor, probably.
Yeah, probably. So I went there. I was like, hell yeah, man, let's go. But let me tell you, if I'm remembering correctly, I think at least it was like $350, maybe $400. Wow. And we were at a decent spot in comparison. Like we were in that like section 107 that you could see on that screen there. That was about the spot we were sitting, and it was awesome, man.
Sorry, Matty, I'm running out. Are you playing that Knicks game? Are you gonna do anything? Any action, guy? You got any action today?
I do. I do. I'll mention that.
Guy gonna do? Because I don't know what I want to do, and I might just follow you.
I have a 2-game parlay with the Knicks, so you got to get in there quick. But it's not. I took both underdogs for the NBA. By the way,
did you tease it?
No, I did not tease it. I took straight up the line.
The number just went down again. Another point. It's 4.5. I'm gonna tease that.
That's kind of. I got that in early, bro, because I got Cleveland.
6.5. I know.
I got Cleveland 6.5, and I think I got. Let me check for you. I think I got. And Mooncakes, you saying no way? Pretty sure it was like $6. I paid $600 to see Golden State and Philly. There's no way I paid that much. I probably spent that much after food and drinks and traveling. Yeah, like I think the ticket itself was probably like $350, $400. But like traveling to Philly, eating the food, drinking, whatever, like that, it probably amounted to all that. Let me check real quick.
I'm gonna take it at 6.5, and I'll just take minus 145.
Yeah, you have to tease it a little bit. Okay. I knew, it's interesting that the line's moving. A lot of money coming in on Cleveland. I was gonna take Cleveland as well with the points, just for a single because, it's a Christmas Day game. The Knicks tend to like play these freaking close games for no reason sometimes. So, I have more faith.
I think there's gonna be a lot of buckets. So what did you take? Did you just gonna go straight up, or do you have anything else? You parlayed it?
Yeah, I did. I'm pulling it up right now for you. I took you're gonna love the other one that I picked, by the way. I might do a little football later, but so I got the 2-leg. Oh, I got Spurs at plus 8.5, bro. That was when I picked it up early. I got Spurs
9.5 now.
I know they got an extra point now. I'm kind of upset about that.
Yeah, but can't win them all, Matty.
But I got plus 8.5 with the Spurs, which I still like because obviously the Spurs being OKC two times.
I hear you, but give me the Knick one so I can go push it in. Then you can talk about the Spurs. Tell me your Knick. Tell me the other.
No, that's what I got plus 8.5 Spurs and I got plus 6.5 Cavs. That's what I got.
Okay, that's okay.
That's the two. That's the 2-leg parlay. And I did for fun. I put $10 on Jalen Brunson. To score how many points do you think?
40.
No.
Not 50.
I put 50. Yeah.
How much is the 10 going to pay out? $400?
$350 if I hit that. Yeah.
$10.
$10 win you $350. That's a plus 3,400 odd. Okay. Now listen, the reason why I did it is because Brunson has never scored. He's never scored 50 at in the Garden. So
and then on top of that, he's coming off rest.
Coming off rest, he had a great game before that as well, right? Was 47 points. I think there's a potential. It's a long shot, I know. It could be a $10 donation, but there's a potential he goes off today. Great game, high octane offense, and he has one of those great Christmas Day games, and pulls up 50. I don't know.
Well, it's plus 3,000.
Listen, it's not like I put $100 on it or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I put $10.
I'll put $1.
Right. I put $10 out there. It's not that bad.
I put $1 on it.
I was looking at the football games. How much does $1 pay out?
$31.
Hey, that's nice. Listen, for a little fun like that. Long shot, super long shot. But I like a little $10 for that, Yeah.
$10 will get you $310.
Hey man, listen, it's greater odds than winning the lottery. So I'm just putting that out there. What's going on? 666 asks, can you buy OKC tickets on the day outside the stadium?
Yes,
you can.
Probably.
You can.
I'm sure.
You can. There is always box office, even with the Knicks. They have tickets available. They do, but don't think you're getting it at a deal. There still actually could potentially be secondary market, or slightly above retail. Because it's the day of. So the chances are a lot of these venues are still selling secondary stuff for you because it's been sold out on their end. I'd be surprised. Maybe in OKC, you can find a retail ticket, but it's not going to be like a great ticket. You're probably going to be all the way up, and I have it on the screen for you guys. So in OKC, in the 300 sections, in the corners, look, you could get right here. This might be a retail ticket. right here. $99 each. To sit in the last row all the way up in the corner at the Paycom Center, okay? That's what you're looking at. That might be a retail ticket right there. You got one all the way up here as well, $85. That could potentially be retail value for them. I'm not sure. I'd have to look into it some more. But, yeah, that's the type of ticket you go to box office the day of, and hey, yeah, I got an $85 for you all the way up. All right, cool. I'm in the building. That's what you got. But if you want anything nicer, you again, if you don't buy in advance, if you ever decide to come, to OKC 666, buy it in advance if you can. I'm sure you're gonna plan out. I'm sure you're gonna plan out your trip like a year in advance, something like that. So do that. Buy a game, try to line it up when now the season's about we're getting into the thick of it. But when they're in the finals, I forget what month they release the next year's schedule. Dub, is it after the finals? Is it before?
It's after the draft, and they do let it go in July or August. The schedule is out. Yeah,
6
August.
Maybe on another stream, whatever. We'll let you know. We'll find that information for you. But, yeah, it has to be after the finals that they release the following schedule. Jump on it. You can. You could get pre-sale. I don't think they're going to prioritize, Americans over it or anything like that.
Ridiculous.
You could get...
Money talks.
Yeah, money talks. You could get your pre-sale ticket. You could get a face value. Ticketmaster is the one. I'm sure you can access Ticketmaster there. If not, let me know. Hey, I could even help you out, Zell me some money, I'll buy the tickets for you, what I'm saying, if that's a thing. By the way, 6, all right, you work at Old Trafford, you don't got any hookups, all right, you don't got any money selling the ticket, you can hook me up if I decide to come out there, all right, let me know, okay, I'm willing to spend money, because it's Old Trafford, I'm sorry, that is just something I would love to do. Dub, I'm fired up about it. I love this subject. I didn't have anything else, Dub. I was looking at these NFL games.
Okay.
And I was looking at some overs. I'm like, all right, maybe I like some overs here. I hate this Dallas Commanders game, and the line has moved again. Minus 8.5 for Dallas. I don't love that. I don't love that for them on a Christmas Day game. I feel like it'll be tighter. I like plus 8.5. I guess that's what I'm saying for Washington. I'm just not loving everybody.
He's been shut down. Jaden Daniels has been shut down. You know that.
Yeah.
Correct, right?
Yeah.
Correct? No. Yeah, he has been shut down. Okay. Oh man. So who's quarterbacking today?
Let me pull that up for you.
Is it Mariota? Is he still? I don't remember that. Is Mariota?
Or Commanders. Da-ba-da-ba. Yeah.
Mariota,
looking
right?
like Mariota or
Definitely.
is Josh Johnson? They going with Josh Johnson?
Oh, wow. Josh Johnson? That's the young brother? Well, he's
they
not
going
young
with
anymore.
Josh Johnson, apparently. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's right. Mariota's sideline with a hand quad issue.
He's done.
All right, so Jeff Driscoll is the new backup. So you got Josh Johnson going and Driscoll as the backup.
Former Jet Josh Johnson, correct?
Josh Johnson?
That motherfucker started for the Jets before, I feel like. Don't quote me, man.
I'm looking it up for you. All right, career 48 games, 3 games this year he's played in. Josh Johnson. Yep, New York Jets, 2021. Played 3 games. 3 games. Had 3 touchdowns for them.
Maddie, listen to me.
And played for Baltimore in 2021 as well.
Pull up Josh Johnson's profile. Look at all the teams he's played for. I'm looking at
I got it up right here for him. Yeah.
It's the longest list I've ever seen. I'm looking at his wiki page, guys. He's 39 now, out of Oakland, California.
Started in 2009. Who was the team? It says TAM on their reference. What is that?
Tampa.
Oh, it's Tampa. Okay, I'm like bugging. I'm like TAM. Like, why am I?
It's okay.
Brain fart. Thank you.
Yeah.
So he started out with Tampa, 2009. Been around for a long time. Jeez, talk about Phillip Rivers. Journeyman, but only, only 48 games,
Guys, Sacramento Mountain Lions.
The Sacramento Mountain Lions. What?
The San Diego Fleet in 2018. In between his many myriad amount of NFL stops, from the 49ers to the Browns to the Bengals to both New York teams to, wow. I mean, he's been both New York teams twice. He's been on wow. He must be like the ultimate professional. XFL passer rater leader in 2020. 2000 PFL champion. He's got all these other league championships. What a career. What a life.
666 is asking, is it true that what they're saying, SGA is kind of beating the MJ numbers statistically? Points per game overall, he probably is. He's probably blowing them out the water at this rate. No, when was rookie, we could do a side by side comparison on that. You don't think so?
He's not smoking him in anything. They're comparable numbers. Yes.
Sure about
30 a night, 31. Yeah, they're comparable. 50% shooter. I don't think he's smoking him anything, but he's very MJ-like with his numbers because he shoots 50% easily from the 2-guard spot. And he has this game inside the 3-point line that is just almost unstoppable, like Michael at the 2, same size. So it's a lot of comparisons, just like Edwards gets compared to him. But the numbers are comparable, yes. And if you're comparing numbers, your numbers are comparable to Michael. I mean, there's nothing else to say, but no, he's not killing him.
Let me see, just on the subject. 1984, 85, okay, 82 games for Mike. All right, field goal percentage was .515 that first year. In 85, 86, 457, 482. Went back up over 500 in field goal percentage in 87, 88. Let's see. Points per game. 28.2 points in that MVP Rookie of the Year that he had. They were in 84, 85.
Shai didn't even start really blossoming until his third year. Jordan was the man out the gate.
37.1 points in the MVP season in 86, 87. Okay. That was the most points he ever averaged. That's insane.
He also won defensive player. He also won defensive player of the year that year.
Yeah, defensive player of the year, MVP for the second. Wow, man. I mean, like, and 337. Let me pull up real quick. Let me pull up.
Is Shea a defender like that? Jordan's a two-way player his whole career, man. He won't guard you. That's why you can get him in a highlight reel with Iverson, because he was out there guarding teams' best players, even 12 years in the league. You know?
Right now,
Iverson does it in 10 years. The crossover Iverson does to Jordan in 1997 of Iverson's rookie year. Jordan's in the league 13 years, and he's still out here guarding these super fast. That's crazy. I mean, shit. I don't know. We've never really had a Jordan discussion or comparison talk on here, I don't think.
All right. So I don't know, actually. You're probably right. I don't think, in terms of points, like, it depends on what category you're, like, really talking about. But,
in a
you know,
2-year window, sure. Offensively, yeah.
In the last 2 years, but even then, he's never averaged what Mike did in that big year.
And once again, Matty B, Mike was playing on the other side of the floor. It's hard to play well at that level on both sides of the ball. It's a lot to add. That's what makes Kawhi such a special player, even though he never plays. But that you can guard motherfuckers. Then you can turn around and get a bucket. Jimmy Butler's another one. But it's hard to do that. And Shai's not a big defender. He's a solid defender. But they got guys like Blue Dort and other guys who will guard for him.
Look at the difference, though. Sorry to cut you there, bro. Look at the difference in rookie of the years. You know, I have it up on the screen. It's kind of absurd because Shea wins rookie of the year, you know, in 18-19.
He did?
Played 82 games. Yeah, but, you know,
he averaged. Then they turned around and traded him.
Averaged, you know, 10.8, you know, as opposed to Mike in his rookie year was averaging over freaking. Right. I mean, it was average 28.2. You know what I'm saying? The differences.
And I don't know how old you are, 666, as far as your Michael Jordan knowledge or seen him. And Maddie didn't see as much as I did, obviously, but it was really like I'm not one of the old guys. Jordan, and I'm a big LeBron guy, but Michael Jordan, man, start saying his name. And I'm not mad at the Shai comparison because I've heard lesser players get compared to him. And but even Shai is, and me and Maddie talk about how great Shai is and how they're still not being talked about. Look at how good they are. It's his last 3 years, yes, Jordan-esque, but he's in the league 6 years. Jordan was Jordan-esque every year of the league. And I would compare him more to Kobe because he was kind of handcuffed in the beginning.
Honestly, man, like the numbers are pretty damn similar. And if anything, I give the nod to Mike early on. At this stage in Shai's career, I give that nod to Mike. You know, I'm looking over the stats. Even free throws, like Mike was getting
85, 84, you know, right?
Bro, back in 86, 87, in that his best year, arguably for Mike, he's averaged 10.2 free throws. Mr. Shea, who gets often criticized, has never had that much free throws in a year. Right. In 22-23,
Mike deserved a lot of those
calls. And yeah, because that's a different NBA back in the day. You know,
forget it.
You know, nowadays they call for everything. Okay, so back in the day, you get knocked, you get elbows going up. No call. You know, like wait, what? You just got leveled, bro, and you know, like. You know, thrown into the sideline, you know, and it was good play. Like what? So
8 years.
So for Mike to average more with the free throws in that 86, 87 year, as you're looking at it here on the screen, in 22-23, Shea had, what is it? I'm losing it right there. 9.8 free throws and about 10.9 free throw attempts, you know, on average, right? Like, for Mike to have more of that's insane at a time where it was a much more physical NBA. And then he's never averaged more than him in terms of points. Now, I know that speaks to a greater OKC team. They like to spread the wealth. Shea oftentimes doesn't play the fourth quarter because, especially in this season, how many times has he sat out in the fourth already? You know what I'm saying? Like where, the guy, so he could score probably 40 a game in a lot of those games, and you could bump inflate those numbers up, mainly because he doesn't play. He's sitting out a lot. I don't know. Did they really do that back in the day, Dub? You would have a better memory of me with that. Did they sit guys if it was a blowout come fourth quarter? Were they sitting guys with a 20-point lead?
Yeah, guys sat. They always rested guys.
Yeah,
but when you
was 20 points that number? Because that's kind of changed. Or was it?
About 4.5.
Because nowadays, 20 points, it's not a guarantee.
You were getting smoked. Whenever the other team pulled the guys, then you pulled your guys. You waited for them to do it.
I'm just saying, it's not a guarantee nowadays with 20 points because of how the high-octane offense.
They don't start pulling up to 150, 130.
Right.
Yeah, you're right. Because we see you're right. So real quick, though, Matty, before I forget, Shea's minutes played. He's only averaging 33 minutes a game this year. This is one of the superstars of the league. The way they can rotate these guys, shoot. I just want to say this shit, 666. And you talking about Michael, and I said compare 55% from the field is unheard of. If he shoots that for the season, this is an all-time season out the two-guard position. To shoot 55 from the field out the two, that's crazy. That's Shaq shooting percentages. Think about that. From the perimeter, this guy's averaging 33 minutes a game. He's making 11 shots out of 20 a night. And then, like Maddie said, he's going to the free throw line 9 times a game. He's hitting 89% of them. And he's hitting 2.5 threes a night. And if he doesn't have to, he still gets you 1.5 steals also. And a block shot. So, and I just, wow. That's this year. He averaged a block for his career, so I take that back a little bit about the not playing D, but just not like Mike. But Shea plays D when he has to. He'll lock in.
Where is sorry, where is a tremendous player, man. That's a great point, bro. And when you brought up the minutes played, I look at Mike's and it blows Shea's numbers out the water. I mean, he averaged easily like 37 minutes a game.
Right.
That was the lowest amount. He oftentimes 40 minutes
for the season.
86, 87, 88, 89, 40 minutes per game for Mike. And he played 82 games and he played a full season by that. 82 games, 81 games.
Except for the 1 year he broke his leg. That's it. And then he comes back later, he didn't break his leg.
What was that, 94, 95?
No.
That's when he came back. That's when he came back from retirement, 94, 95.
No. He broke his leg in the 80s. He had a season
85, 86, right? That was the first. That was after his first year. He broke the leg. That sucks.
Yeah, he broke his leg the second year, third year.
Wow.
He comes back out.
That was the second year. Yeah. Fascinating. He only played 7. Started 7 games in 85, 86. And he had that monster 86, 87 year. That was quintessential Jordan. 86, 87. No, I mean, that was his best year. That was it.
Shea is shooting 55%. Wemby shoots 51 at 7'4". And 51's great. Anyone who makes half of their shots is forget about it. In the NBA, Kobe shot 45 for his career, and he's one of the all-times, considered one of the all-time great. So you're shooting 50% from a perimeter position, and you're taking that high of a volume of attempts. That screams efficiency, and that's what Shea Gilgeous-Alexander is. He's one of the best players in the league, and he's one of the best players of his era. He's one of the best players we've ever seen.
Right.
Regardless of era. So you must say that, Triple. Your guy's the real deal. And then you got a sidekick like Jalen Williams. We didn't even bring him up. Forget about it.
NBC, the NBA is doing a dual broadcast where they're doing a dunk of the halls for the kids, so you can watch the NBA game where they're all animated and cartooned out. I actually love that broadcast, by the way. It's kind of really cute.
I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah, it's really cute.
From my dad though. I'm going to put it on the TV in the back.
Yeah, screw your dad up a little bit. Put the animated version on. He's like, what the hell is
I ain't going to fuck with him. Nah, I don't want to do it.
He's gonna be like, "What the hell am I watching? Am I watching a cartoon?" You see little Jalen Brunson with the dreads on the court. Animated Jalen Brunson's great. Well, games are about to start. All right, here in New York and everywhere across the USA. It's 12 p.m. Eastern time as we speak. We got 666 hanging out with us from Manchester. All right, that sucked for the Californians. 9 o'clock, and NBA's already kicked. I mean, maybe if you like that, I don't know.
What is it? 6 p.m. out there? 6 hours, right?
Is it
6 p.m.?
Is it?
Yeah, it probably is. Yeah, I think it is. Unless it's 5 or 6, depending on the meantime or some shit. I know when I was in the Navy, we used to float to Spain. It was the same it's the same time zone.
Is it? Let's see. No.
Floats to Spain. What a life.
It is 5:07 p.m. in Manchester. All right.
5 o'clock.
666 hanging out. And listen, before you leave us, Triple, it's 1700 p.m. There you go, baby. Happy Boxing Day, okay, Triple. All right, I'm sure you celebrate. It's all about enjoy your holiday, okay. Happy Boxing Day to you, okay. I believe that's what is it? What was the official? Is it today Boxing Day or is it I forget? The day after Christmas, right? Yeah. Yeah, man. What actually? Matter of fact,
in Canada, UK, yeah.
What let's see, real quick. So basketball's about to get started. Man, Manchester having a comeback year. Just look at in fourth on the table. All right, 6 wins, 3 draws, 2 losses, 20. What was it? See the numbers there. How many points they got? 21 points. Not bad. Not bad. In that top 4, man. Looking good. This is it's a comeback. What is it? London's in 6th? What's going on? That's wild. Wow, man. I gotta get on my stuff. All right. What's the next game for them? What's the next game for Manchester here? Where's it at? They just played on the 21st, so next game for them, they got to get another game in. It's showing me January 10th against Arsenal. Is that just that's the Premier League next game for them? They're not playing, and then they got the they got the FA Women's coming up. But that's the next game for Manchester 666 is against Arsenal, which is nuts, by the way. That should be good. 7:30 a.m. on January 10th. Interesting. Having a hell of a year, though, man. It's cool that we got to talk about this. A little diversity on the stream. Triple.
And then Matty being a Manchester guy.
There is a game tomorrow, right? I don't know why it's not popping up. I'm like, what game is tomorrow for them? It's not Premier League, is it, though? What game's tomorrow? That's funny. Let's see. Am I trying to look it up?
So Brunson has 30 and Brunson has 26 in the first half. You gonna cash out?
26 and it depends. Actually, you're probably right. I would. If they give that to me, I probably would cash out because that, they play Newcastle tomorrow. Okay.
If Brunson has 27 or 2 points over the halfway point at the half, you out of there or you staying? If he has 31, you might have to stay. He had 27 and a half the other night.
Oh, I don't know why it wasn't showing up on the Google search that I was looking for, Triple, but thank you. So, all right, it is Premier League tomorrow at Old Trafford. So you're working. You'll be there? What time do you get to the game? Jesus. What time is this game? Probably early, I would think. Interesting. Wait, hold on. I could buy tickets right here on Vivid Seats.
Yeah, Vivid Seats is trash.
Vivid Seats is trash. But
yeah,
I'm sure there's other websites.
Well, it's been a while. I bought tickets. They disappointed me. That was like 10 years ago. They probably did better shit since then.
Let's see.
I went to a Barclay.
Let's see.
I forgot where I went. I went to the Barclay, but they just pissed
Triple,
me off.
I can buy tickets, Triple. You didn't answer my question before, but now I've looked at it, and now I figured it out. So I can get into the building, and not for nothing. Pretty damn cheap, Triple. Okay, I'm going to pull it up on the screen for you. But not bad. All right, what is this? Is it VIP packages too? What's going on here? $305 USD will get me in the 100 Club. Where is that exactly? Where's the 100 Club? Not showing. What is this one? This is weird. I don't like Vivid Seats. I got to get off this website.
I don't fuck with
100 Club, seats 126, 128. Are these 3 tickets? Oh, just 1 ticket. Oh, you can buy 1 or 3 tickets. You can't buy 2 tickets. What's going on there? So $305. That's not bad, man. You know, if that's the tickets, I mean, like, that's not bad at all. I'm sure they get a little bit more expensive. Where you going? Where's the VIP packages? Only VIP. So a VIP package in the 100 Club, or this is so weird. VIP package row great. Where is row great? That's expensive. $650. Where is row great on this diagram here? Jeez. So interesting how they map out this stadium. But I'm assuming it's these pink ones over here.
They're 3.5 minutes in. The Knicks haven't scored. It's 3-0.
That's looking good. Yeah. That's looking good. Looking good for the overs right now. You know. But it's such a high octane offense, you know. So yeah.
For sure.
But yeah, I got 3-0 with 9:25, and Cleveland's bringing up the ball up the court right now.
I got 5-0 at 9:16.
What do you think, Dub? Are we getting out of here soon? What's going on? I did say till 1 o'clock. We can end the show a little early for you, and we get into all this.
Yeah,
is there anything? Is there anything that you really wanted to touch on?
We danced around the NBA a little bit. Real quick though, Dylan Brooks and LeBron, I love it. I can't get enough of it. Have you seen the interactions between them when the Suns and the Lakers play?
Oh, I just want to mention before I get. Hold on, we'll get there. Triple Sex mentioned that it's easier for foreigners than locals. That's why atmosphere at Old Trafford is dead. Interesting. Sounds like an issue over there. Okay, that's interesting. That's very interesting. You know, VIP is executive club. All right, well, at least I know that I can purchase this way and do that. That's pretty cool. But hate to hear that the environment at Old Trafford. I mean, hey, you know, watching some of the games, it still sounds like it's good, but you would know more. You're there. You know, you're right there on the front line. So interesting to hear that. You know, sorry, that sucks. I hope tourism doesn't, you know, play a deadly role in the atmosphere, but it sounds like it may be playing that type of role. But Dub, bring up what you were talking about again. I'm sorry.
I was talking about. LeBron and Dylan Brooks.
LeBron and Dylan Brooks. What about them?
What do you mean? What about them? Have you seen them? Their interactions during these games when they play each other?
I mean, Dylan Brooks is the antagonist always. You know, with any type of player, he goes after everyone.
No, bro. LeBron is different. It's beautiful. It's great to watch. It just reminds me of a little bit of Rodman-ish. And he's just awesome. They cut up these vids on Instagram, whatever. LeBron's at the free throw line, and Dylan Brooks give him 5. When LeBron comes back to give 5 to teammates, Dylan Brooks gets a 5 from LeBron, gets upset. Before the game started, LeBron walks up to him. You know who I am? You call me old in the interview, and he's really pissing LeBron. It's great. I said, oh, he's getting to you. This is awesome. He told LeBron, he had the lip reading thing. He tells LeBron's like, I'm the OG. And Dylan Brooks just that stupid stare he has, that troll stare.
Yeah.
He's looking at him. And LeBron got so upset. He says, hey, so he says, after he tells Dylan Brooks off, you know who I am, blah, 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 blah. And then he tells one of the guys, hey, give me the ball. Guy gives LeBron the ball. So LeBron runs to the fucking dunks it hard. Boom. I'm like, this dude's really pissing you off, bro. Like, this is in warm-ups. You got to see it, Maddie. We'd love if you would pull it up. But other than that, little amusement.
I did have some other stuff that I wanted to pull up, but I just had. I'll pull it up one more time. I want to put a little tunes on for the people in the background.
What you got?
No, speaking of LeBron James, NBA on Instagram just put up this post: 20th Christmas Day game for LeBron. Okay, there's the Christmas Day all-time ranks. He's number one in points, 507. These are arbitrary numbers because it's only in regard to Christmas Day. Rebounds, he's number 6, 143. Assists, 137. That's 2 on the list all time. 28 steals, second. Right, blocks tied for 8 with 13. Wemby's gonna definitely break that today. Wemby's gonna have 13 blocks just today. This guy's insane though, bro. He really, like, at his best, he really does get 5-6 blocks a game. Like, it's absurd, bro. Like, you know, field goals made 180. That's first all time. 3 points made tied for first all time. And 11 wins all time for Christmas Day games. Good old LeBron. LeBron James.
LeBron James.
666, last question. Does that mean you're leaving us, bro? You're not a bother, Triple. We love you asking the questions. This is what it's all about. This is why we do the live shows. You know, we want you to ask questions. We want to hear all of it. Don't ever feel like you're a bother, my friend. Last question. I'll stop bothering you guys. Who you support in the NBA? Well, I don't know if you caught that early on, but I'm a big Knicks fan. All right, I'm from New York, from New York City, born and raised, born in the Bronx, raised in Queens. So New York Knicks are my team. Okay. Oh, my son's calling me over here. All right. Let me, Dom, I'm actually pick this up. Hold on. What's going on, buddy? Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. What's it called? So, what's it called? I got a question.
Yeah, you're live on stream, by the way.
Oh, all right, bet. What's the word? Yeah, so can I stay with you till Saturday?
That was the plan. Yeah.
Yeah, because I was going. No.
Sunday was the plan, I think.
No, next Saturday.
You want to stay with me all week?
Yeah, because I'm going on vacation. No, my mom's going on vacation, and I'm not trying to go with her because it's the main thing. I'm not going with her.
You ain't going.
You got Dubby laughing over here. Okay. All right.
You say that. I ain't going,
no problem, Dill. That's it. You're here, man. That's all good.
I'm here.
All right, bro.
I'm gonna have all the kids. All the kids are off from school. Oh my God, I'm gonna have a full packed house over here. All right, I love it. Merry Christmas, dude. What's going on?
Perfect. Yeah.
What's going on? What time? Where are you? Are you at Nana's yet?
Nah, I'm packing right now. I'm going to Nana's.
All right, you let me know. You let me know when you're at Nana's. I didn't expect to get you maybe around to like 5 o'clock or something like that, but you know I could come earlier if possible too. So let me know.
All right, bro.
All right.
Watch this.
Hey, are you watching the game right now? You got Knicks Cavaliers right now.
Maddie, can Dylan hear me?
Give me no, Dylan can't hear you. Give me a prediction real quick. Who you think? Knicks Cavaliers. Who's gonna win?
Knicks, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Ask him the other one. I want to ask him the two. I was more interested in what he thought about.
What's the prediction? OKC and San Antonio. That's coming up later. All right, who do you think's gonna win that one? OKC has lost twice against Spurs.
Yeah. I was putting off for OKC, but nah, they're getting their ass whooped. So I don't know.
Today?
Well, you think Spurs are gonna beat them again today?
Yeah, Wemby, I ain't gonna lie, he on some 2K shit, so.
Wemby is a Chico, that is for sure.
There it is.
All right. So Dill's got New York over Cavs, and he's got Spurs over OKC. There you go.
What's it called? Do you think I can bring my Xbox?
Absolutely, bring your Xbox.
All right, bet.
There you go.
I'm gonna finish packing.
All right. The kid is getting ready. All right, buddy. I love you. I can't wait to see your reaction when you open up your Christmas gift. So it's gonna be awesome. All right. I love you, man. I'll talk to you later.
All right, bro. Love you too.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh,
He is.
Dylan makes an appearance on the episode.
I love it. That was awesome.
That was good.
That's my boy.
You're dying, bro. He's like, I don't want to go on vacation with Mom.
He's gonna explain it, then he's like, "Yo, don't worry about it. You gotta explain it. You all go." That's it.
Oh, hey, right now those points are looking good with Cleveland. Oh my God, what is going on?
He's angry.
What is going on? This is a Christmas Day special right now because, whoo.
That boy wanna be in Queens. Bro.
I got 18-5 right now. Cleveland with 5:48 to go. Brunson with an attempt. Don't look like he's hitting that 50 points.
No, he's not.
Yeah.
There goes that dollar.
There goes that dollar. There goes that. Hey, I don't mind because again, if I hit my parlay, then I'm good. So, you know, I cash out big on that. So I don't. Who cares about that 10? But
you never care. You don't play. You can play. All right.
No, yeah, you can.
Yeah.
But what was Triple saying? I'm soaking the knowledge. Honestly, there you go, man. Listen, I'm glad we could provide you some knowledge. That means we're doing something right here over at Epis. So you know, I appreciate you for that. It's really cool to have you on, man, and talk a little bit. Let's see, make sure.
Maddie B, man. Oh my God. I wanted to talk about the lack of movement the Yankees have made. A little Met rumors with Ketel Marte. And then the Yankees just not doing anything. And it seems like they're handcuffed because even my old man and I, both not fans of Cashman, said this is not on cash, this one. They are not interested in making moves. And I just want to say that I want to say this 2 shows ago. We're getting tired of it. We're getting tired of it, you know. And you know, it's a shame. We just need what we need is a Yankee, the Yankee universe, the Yankee fan, whatever. Yankee world. What we need is the Yankees to have a bad year, and I'm talking about 80 wins, 78 wins. I don't even know if that's going to happen. That's what's the worst part about it.
But you're right, though. It would require that.
To do like that. Yeah.
We
need major injuries. We need to lose a free, but we need to have that shit year to remind them, like we did in 2008, the last year of Yankee Stadium. If you recall, we didn't make the playoffs for the first time in a long time. They closed the stadium out in the regular season. And when they turned around and the pressure came, and then they made that huge offseason with Burnett and CC Sabathia and Mark Teixeira. And we need that to happen because us making the playoffs is all they want to do in Yankee land. And it's not been enough for the fans. The standard's been set, and we expect that. Expectations are not the same between Hal and the fans. It seems like we've talked about, if the Yankees have enough to make the playoffs and give it a whirl, they're cool with it. Because the numbers in the financial, the finances don't change. They're still making a shitload of money. And it's just enough. And as long as we keep supporting it, that's what's going to happen. So what we need to do, because we're going to keep supporting it, is we need the Yankees to stink.
Yeah. Have they even, is the only move they've made is Paul Blackburn? Like, who have they even signed here? Like, what? Yankees free agent sign. Let me check it out because we haven't heard any big rumblings. You know,
the Mets are up to something. Yeah, you can feel it. You can feel they're up to something. What are the Yankees up to? They got one of the biggest free agents that was on their team just walking the earth, and we're going to lose him in Cody Bellinger. You know, I mean, what are we going to do?
So they brought Ahmed Rosario back, right? December 13th. They signed him 1-year contract, and I like that. I like Ahmed Rosario.
The Yankees have too many questions in the infield. They don't have one question. They got Dominguez just sitting there. He's not good enough. He is a pirate type everyday player. Right. He can go play every day in Colorado. God bless him. He's a big leaguer, but he's not a Yankee. Yeah, he's not what we're looking for.
They got Blackburn, the relief pitcher, obviously. We know that on the 21st.
When you talk about re-signing Rosario, that infield help they brought back, they're going to need it because McMahon, 150 games at third. He's okay, but all right, fine. But then you have Volpe there. So now you have 2 questions. Then you have Jazz with his Jazz. I've spoken about it. I want more from a talent like that.
Yeah.
I don't want just some swing hitting hit or miss second baseman. his athleticism as well. He's not being utilized. He's not as good as a base runner as he should be, and he can be. There's a lot of things that I don't like when it comes to Jazz Chisholm. And I love Jazz Chisholm. I love his style. I love young brother. But at the end of the day, I need the best. I mean, that's what we want. He has that potential, but we don't have room. It's not like it's the Cano when Cano was a rookie and we didn't know what he was, and it was just okay to have him there and let him do him. Right. We had all the he was so stabilized around him, so it was okay. Next thing you know, this kid's a 320 hitter. Oh man, look, we got this one too. But we have question mark at third, Volpe at short, and I'm not done with Volpe. I'm not finished with him, but he's a monster question. We're hearing that his arm was hurt and they didn't say anything. That's why the numbers went down. Yeah. Praying that's the case.
I mean, he was. Yeah, he was definitely injured. Yeah, for sure. Right. And I hate that. Is terrible again because you lied to us again with that. You made him play through it, which is the worst part about it. Is the worst part about it. You made him play through it. It was no reason to do that. Right. And you're making excuses for him defensively all season long because you knew the guy was injured. Meanwhile,
he said that he saw A-Rod talking about Cashman's relationship with Volpe and how it's like his child, like he's like, like he's coaching his kid, and he has this thing for that kid. And like I said, I'm not done with Volpe. But
I mean, I'll give him one more year. I give him one more year based on the injury. Yeah,
but if he's playing, if he's healthy, and he doesn't give us what we want, we play him in 150, 145 games and short. I mean, probably less, because that's why they signed Rosario. That's truthfully. Cashman re-signed his insurance policy. Rosario's a better shortstop than Volpe right now, I believe.
Yeah.
Maybe not defensively, but he came in the big leagues as a shortstop, correct? Lindor took his job.
Yeah.
In Citi Field. All right.
Trip, 666, I appreciate you, man. I will get on that. And thank you for that. 666 says, your content deserves support. Wish I could sub or send bits, but there's no option. I know. I still have not set that up yet, and you're absolutely right. I've been slacking on that. We've been Twitch affiliate or eligible for Twitch affiliation for months now, and I've yet to put in the application for it and to set all that up. So I got some homework to do, apparently, and I'm going to get that done, and I would love it, Triple, if you were my first sub, so that'd be cool. We'll get that set up. I'll talk to my brother, the leader of the Shiv Nation Discord. He's a pro streamer. He's got a decent following on there, and he'll help me out without all of that. So I'll get all the bells and whistles going. I'm way overdue with it, and now that you just mentioned that, it makes me excited and reinvigorated with it. So you're right. I absolutely got to do that. Same thing with YouTube. I got to figure out how I can, I'll put out like a donation tab and things like that. On Twitch, it's probably not connected anymore. But on the Twitch profile, I think there is a donation tab, but I don't know if it's linked to my account. It might be. You could try. So if you want to throw us a donation there, I appreciate you. But let me get back to you, Triple. Let me set all that up. We'll get the Twitch affiliate going, get all the bells and whistles. Man. That way you can subscribe to our channel. You could get some exclusive emojis, the whole 9 sounds. We'll set all that up. I appreciate you. So you definitely sparking that fire underneath me in order to get that done. And you're right. I don't know why
he fired up. The Manchester homie.
I don't know why I haven't gotten it done yet. It's just, listen, it's not even, no, it's not, I didn't forget. Certainly didn't forget. It's just, I have, listen, I'm not making excuses, but I got 4 kids. I've run 3 road 26.2 marathons this year. I've run 50-mile races this year. I work full time. I got a house to take care of, the whole 9, so I've been bombarded on top of curating and producing a lot of our weekly content, on all the socials, things like that. Is just something I haven't prioritized. So let me prioritize it and get that done. That way, you're right, because it's a new year, new stream. We're making those advancements. I think 2026 is going to be great for our channel, and we're going to keep it growing. So I appreciate you, Triple. I appreciate you. Knicks seem to be crawling back a little bit, after this terrible offensive start. 31-19 as I'm watching it, 1:45 to go. Hopefully they can find a way to get back in this game, but for the sake of my parlay, Brunson with a nice little mid-range right there, down by 10. For the sake of my parlay, looking good for us so far. All right. I don't know, Dub, what you got?
That's it.
In terms of the free agents, again, I think the big one right now is still Cody Bellinger. You're hearing Cody Bellinger. You're hearing Kyle Tucker still. The Mets seem to be more in on it. I don't see financially how the Yankees are in on Bellinger. I really don't. I just, based on their history.
The Yankees financially oriented. What you see how crazy that sounds?
I know, but that is changed. It's changed. I just don't see it.
Especially are not financially into Bellinger.
Bro, I don't even know if the Mets are.
Universe.
I don't even know if the Mets are, to be honest with you.
I was telling my old man once again. I told you, Pete got 155 for 5. Schwarber got almost the same.
Yeah, and they didn't want to give it to him. The Mets were.
I said, Bellinger a better player than them guys. He thought about it. He said, yeah, his defense, he's a better player.
Yeah, for sure.
I said,
he's more value.
I said, you're going to give 40. He says, no, 35, 36.
Yeah,
37.
they're going for at least 40 a year.
Bellinger want more. Yeah, he want 40.
At least 40. And we were talking about it on the last stream, maybe 40, 45. Right. He wants that bag. And then on the years, I mean, they're asking for like 8 years,
4, 5, 6, yeah.
which I really don't think that's going to happen. They're going to have to dumb it down to 5, 6 years. But he's still going to want that annual value of 40, 45. And,
Bellinger can't sign until Tucker signs.
You think so?
Unless he's going to set the market, because Tucker is the more higher rated player.
Yeah.
Because of his age. And then I'm just having similar numbers.
You think it makes more sense for Bellinger to wait for Tucker to make the move and then base the value on that?
Because once Tucker signs, and if it's not the money he like, it'll fuck him up.
Yeah, it'll screw up his value. But I
don't think the teams are going to sign Bellinger until Tucker signs. So,
yeah, because they want to set that. Because Tucker's a younger player, so he's going to set that value.
He is.
He's probably inherently going to get more just because of the age.
He's been known to stay more healthy as well.
Right, that matters too. Yeah.
100%.
Listen, man, the fact that the Yankees, we're here, it's Christmas, and the Yankees have only signed Ahmed Rosario and Paul Blackburn and made some, signed some guys to minor league contracts.
Looking like we're having that Harper Machado free agents period of many moons ago, almost 8, 9, 10 years ago.
Yeah.
When no one wanted to sign them until the end, and it was one of the weirdest free agent periods ever. But isn't there a new collective bargaining or a new kind of negotiation going on, collective bargaining agreement going on, or isn't it about to expire? I believe so. I think that's playing a part in this quiet free agency overall.
I'm not sure. I will check for you. There's a 5-year contract. When it is signed, the current one running through the 2026 season. So,
right,
yeah,
right. So this is the last one. Until next year, it's going to be
negotiations for the next CBA 2027, 2031. So yeah, so it's coming up. The lockout could be, so we always hear it all the time.
During this contract, this is the last free agency. It's right.
Do you think we see a late season kind of lockout or something like that, or or after this year?
The owners are always going to cry about we're giving away too much money. And then the TV deals are changing. The way we're watching is changing. So the money's changing.
Yeah.
So there's always going to be people crying. The owners are probably going to say they're losing money. And they probably are because they don't have the contracts they had television-wise. But they have enough to survive and they have enough for everyone to eat still. Even as the third most important sport economically in North America. They still are good.
Yeah.
People are baseball. No way. Baseball's good. Please. The more I get older, I notice baseball is an old man sport. Guys who are 25 years old 10 years ago, they weren't watching it. They like it. They're watching it again. It's a sport that as you get older, you start. As guys, I didn't know. I said, you watch baseball now? Yeah, bro, I'm watching this shit.
I guess so, but I think the youth will be watching. I think the youth be watching.
You have those youth fans. I'm talking about guys who transition over who are 25 now or 19 now. In 30 years, in 20 years, they're going to be the 19-year-olds. They'll be watching baseball when they're 41. I promise you. They're not going to say fuck this. They're like, yo, the game slows down. Your life slows down. So you start having time for things. A lot of our peers didn't have time for the big leagues like you and I did. We have a special relationship with it. But a lot of our peers, they rather for the NBA, football, hockey even. Baseball took a hit.
Yeah, but even that has changed because, you've seen Manfred, change the pace of play.
I should have said soccer. I should have said.
Yeah.
Or football.
The pace of play has changed in baseball with the time clock. So, it's drawing in more younger viewership.
Oh, has it? Okay.
Oh, for sure.
But then again, baseball,
attention spans, man.
Most of the time, these kids are just watching House of Highlights. And honestly, a lot of times I can miss the game and watch House of Highlights and read an article, and I can get a gist of the game. So, it's kind of like, it's Cliff Notes. It's kind of cheating, but it is what it is. They're not watching anything the whole game.
I think it's made going to a game different because for, at least people with families and things like that, because it's a quicker game. The attention spans are less. So, it's more geared towards children. I always liked the long game. I love 3-4 hour baseball games, especially going to them, because it was just like an event. It was a thing, It's a game where you could go with a buddy and just, watch and shoot the shit for a couple hours and just talk. Now these games are like 2 hours and it's done. It's like, whoa, what happened? All of a sudden it's the seventh inning, and I'm like, shit, we gotta go now.
They're about 15 minutes longer than an NBA game, bro. Them shits go fast. Bro, but they used to be 3 hours. American League game was averaging 310, and the National League game would average 3 flat.
To 666, it's so hard to find podcasts on NBA subject. Been looking for hours. Trust me, definitely a marketing gap. Really, that's interesting.
I think NBA's all over the place.
Yeah, certainly here in America, I feel like it's oversaturated with stuff. Yeah. I'm sure you have access to that. Yeah, maybe just not looking in the right areas. There's definitely a lot of talk. I mean, you could even just the podcast that Carmelo Anthony does. They talk basketball, old stuff. They get into modern stuff, old stuff, history about the game. That's a great one. What's that podcast called? Carmelo's podcast.
7 p.m. in Brooklyn.
Is that what it's called? 7 p.m. in Brooklyn.
I believe that's the name of it.
Let's check.
Something like that. 7 p.m. in Brooklyn.
I'll check that. Carmelo Anthony's podcast.
38-23 Cavaliers after one.
7p. 38-21?
38-23 at the end of the first.
Okay.
Donovan Mitchell, 12 points. Maybe he's the 50
I don't know if this is accessible to you. I'm sure it is. It should be. Triple, but here you go. I recommend this one for you. 7 p.m. in Brooklyn with Carmelo Anthony. It's a former New York Knick. All right. If you don't know, I'm sure you know. Yeah, actually, he did recently. He did a podcast with Kev on stage recently. That's hilarious. I like him. And he was on with Timothy Chalamet, who we mentioned at the top of the show, who's promoting his Marty Supreme movie that just came out today. So yeah, definitely check out that one if you haven't. In Europe, it's only League Pass available. No EU channels show any other U.S. sports. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, you got to go League Pass then, right? But in terms of podcasts, I'm sure you have access online to like even this one right here. I don't know. They don't have Apple. You got Apple over there. You got Apple product, all that. I'm sure. No. Excuse my ignorance, but Triple says, why is baseball not at the Olympics nor NFL, but rugby and basketball are? That's always been an interesting debate. NFL, the reason why it's not Olympic is because it's not even like remotely a thing. Like they don't really play the game internationally. So, you put up, it's much like NBA, it's much like basketball, but even though basketball has gotten more competitive over the years internationally, and now we're seeing it because now the top tier players in, the league are international players. So at the international level, at the Olympic level, it's become very competitive. It's become great. And for years, USA just dominated. They still do, but now it's motivated players to show up for the Olympics because the competition internationally has gotten so much better that they have to defend their title. With football, with NFL, they just don't play it internationally. Obviously, Adam Silver.
Flag football, though.
Oh well, yes. There was the rumor of flag football, right? And I think they were doing that. Are they not doing that?
I think they are.
Yeah, flag.
The
Let me
next
check.
Olympics, yeah, the NFL's
This
Summer
one coming
Olympics
up,
has
right?
flag-
I think
yeah,
so. You're
yes.
right. Yeah, flag football is officially coming to the Olympics as a new sport in the LA 28 games in 2028. Yeah. So flag football is coming, and I'm not sure who it's going to feature.
It's going to be NFL players, I heard. And I heard that other flag footballers are pissed. Like, why
Okay.
didn't you use us? Because there's flag football leagues around the country.
Well, I'm sure they could try out for that. But,
Yeah.
if NFL players are willing to try out, for flag football,
The NFL players are definitely going to go. They love
then
to see.
of
they
course,
love
and it
anything
makes
for face.
sense because it's flag
They
football.
want FaceTime. And they want FaceTime. The
Right.
NFL players kill for FaceTime.
Right.
Because that damn helmet. Because of that
So-
damn helmet.
And that makes sense. I mean, like, that's huge. So there you go. There's your answer to that. It is coming, but they're not going to do it in terms of tackle. And listen,
No.
here's why. Because if it was full tackle,
You can't do that, man.
I don't know if you would have a lot of NFL players show up, to
No
be
one else
honest with you.
plays. No one else plays it around the world.
Yeah, and nobody else plays it around the world. That's it. I
think
know.
flag
I
football
know.
it's played around the world. Yes, I'm pretty sure.
Goodell
'Cause
is
it's American-
trying. Goodell is trying to expand, and they will. It may be something that
That gets picked up on because it's in the Olympics and other people will pick it up, and we're going to start doing this too. Because after the world saw the dream team, basketball exploded. I know basketball's always been in Europe, but it really exploded. Because 8 years later, Euro guys are becoming the top 5 picks in the draft. Now, forget it. 30 years later, forget it. From 92. So,
Right.
it takes time to develop that following.
I think in 10 to 15
Generation or
years, when we have expansion teams all over, and I'm talking, Europe, I'm talking, down south,
15 years.
like it,
After we get
there's
that
going to
dual
be,
Europe division,
yeah,
because we're going to get NFL teams going out there. We're expecting that in 10 years. So that's going to change the game. Like, look, Maddie, look at soccer. And you flip it, you flip it. Soccer in the United States has been being implemented since our lives for the last 25 years, since the World Cup was here in 98, I would say, or 94.
yeah,
And
big
it's
soccer
here
boom in the
now.
U.S., yeah.
It's big now. It's big. It's gonna catch the National Hockey League triple. I expect it to. It's gonna catch the National Hockey League, and the MLS is getting bigger thanks to Mr. Messi
Yeah.
and him winning a championship with the Miami team, FC Miami. These little things, they build your league. They build your league. The WNBA's been around forever,
Yeah.
for 30 years as well. And finally, they're getting an opportunity to build their league. Things have to happen. Maddie, a couple moving parts.
Oh,
But,
no
but
doubt.
like you said, Goodell has to put and he is, by showcasing the team 8 European games a year in Germany, Ireland,
Yeah.
and London.
Yeah,
of
we
course.
talk about it. I
And
mean,
then
literally the first game of
Manchester-
the season this year was internationally. So it's like,
They just stopped.
You know.
They're playing a game there every week for
Yeah.
8 games.
Yeah.
They just stopped. And then you have like flag football going in the Olympics. Yeah, I expect American football to spread.
yeah,
It's a
flag
fun
football is
game.
going to
It's
be
great.
interesting. But I'll tell you what, right now, you can lock United States for a win in flag football in
For a long time.
2028.
Right.
All right, I really don't see anybody competing with them, especially if
10
they have
million- $1
NFL
million
players
odds.
showing up for flag football, where
They're
you
gonna be
don't
minus
have to
$1 million.
you don't have to tackle.
It'll be
These
minus
guys are.
$1 million, bro.
What happened?
It'll be minus $1 million on money line.
Oh yeah, for sure, yeah. Why soccer isn't popular in the U.S. is because there's not enough breaks for adverts.
No, it's coming though. It is becoming popular. That's what we're saying. It is. It's
I don't think that's the reason. The reason being, and the reason why you're seeing such a huge boom is because, to be honest with you, we're having, there's more diverse relationships. You're having a lot of people coming from other countries where, soccer is the main sport. America's a melting pot. right? Everywhere we go, it's a melting pot. Where I live is a melting pot. You know, I have one of the most diverse neighborhoods in terms of diversity in all of America and here in Jackson Heights. And let me tell you, they love their soccer. That area, that town shuts down for any big soccer match. You can't drive in that neighborhood. They have parades, they go crazy. So soccer is huge. And the reason being is because it's a lot of people that are not native to this land. That's the debatable. But none of us are native to this land. But you have a lot of American immigrants coming over, and now you're seeing it. There's a huge culture boom with soccer at the youth level. You're seeing a lot of money being poured into youth athletes for soccer. You're seeing new stadium build right next to Citi Field here in Queens. You got Etihad Park, which is bringing in new MLS teams, all that. And, women's soccer is coming.
Another thing I noticed with soccer in the United States is like I was saying, there was always a slow incline of attention and support it was getting in the country. And then I remember Freddie Adu. Do you remember Freddie Adu?
Yes, I do. Yes.
When they used him to market the league, the young brother from DC. Yeah. And they used little things, and then David Beckham came, and that was a big deal in the end of his career. Yeah. And now we have Messi, but in the United States, the MLS, sure. Yeah. He did. He might be like the Caton Clark of that shit. Yeah. The MLS, even with soccer being guys like Matt going into soccer, Matt's in his 30s, so he was raised in this new soccer boom. So even guys like Matt, like in Manchester, no one looked at the MLS. But the fact that the MLS is starting to get, because they didn't have the players, they didn't have good players. No one wanted to come to play in that league, a league that couldn't pay you. Beckham did it, and then Messi did it. But I think this next 5 years this league is becoming bigger. Because I have a team in Orlando City, the rivals of Miami, and that's the other team in town. I didn't count them when I said we only have one team in town, but soon I'm going to be saying we have two teams in town. You know what I mean?
And I'm going to say that soon. All it takes, because, again, it's kind of different because, Messi and all the guys, Suarez, all of them that came over, you've seen a lot of retired guys from La Liga, Premier League, all that, from different leagues internationally, come over, change the culture, and basically come over to sell tickets and things like that because they're kind of past their primes of it. But even though Messi's still competent, I don't know if he'd be competent in La Liga. He was way better
than when Beckham was so done.
Yeah.
He was the face guard.
And listen, this year they won the MLS Cup final. They won that. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to see a boom. But all it's going to take is an American-born player like the LeBron James of basketball to play for MLS, and it will take off. I promise you. But there's still coming. That shift because
that American superstar, he's coming.
Well, but it still might take a while because, again, triple, and you would notice even American-born players, what happens at the youth level? The second they see any type of potential talent, they ship them away. They ship them out. They go, look at Christian Pulisic. When he went to play, he was American-born. They said, nope, goodbye. They pushed him out and said, go play overseas. That's where the premier football is. That's what, it's not here in America. So once that shift changes, once we get more American players, and they say, no, I want to play here. I want to play here, and really we get like a Cristiano Ronaldo of America. Could you imagine if LeBron James with his athleticism, his size, and all that says, "Yeah, I'm playing soccer." What?
A guy like that though, yeah, some kind of.
You know what I'm saying? You're right. That's all we need. I've always said that too with hockey. Even though hockey, these guys are very talented, all that, but a lot of guys, they're not grown into it. Cost a lot of money. That's a thing too. That's a whole nother aspect of it. I think you would see a change in golf if it wasn't so elitist. In order to get into golf, we have a friend here of Epis Radio, Matt Hermansky. His son is playing collegiate golf. Let me tell you, this shit is expensive. And you need connections. You need, to get into that realm of thing. And the same thing with hockey, very expensive. Soccer, you want to play good? Well, you gotta join this camp. Youth sports in America is absurd. the dollar amount that has changed everything. And it goes with basketball, it goes with baseball too. You need to put your kids on travel teams. You need money if you want your kid to make it at any level in America. Money. You know, you need big time money. Tim Howard, Donovan. Listen, Tim Howard, you know, yeah, they were good, all that, just they're not to that level. You know what I'm saying? Not to that level. I'm with you though. You know, those were the early beginnings. That's, you know, it's because of those players that what we have now, right? Those is the early rumblings of it, but not to that level. You know, women's soccer, if anything, has helped the soccer boom in America because women dominate, right? At the international level, U.S. soccer. You know, it's one thing that I always found interesting. And that's why I say that, because I'm pretty sure the men would too. It's just a lot of people, they're not drawn to it here in America. It's just the big games in America, NFL, it's basketball still, it's baseball. And those types of talented athletes, they're more drawn to it. When that shifts, when you got a bunch of American immigrant families, like even mine, although my wife's not an immigrant, but you know, my mother-in-law coming over is, I married into a Chinese, family. You just see more mixed marriages nowadays. So I think in 5 to 10 years, it's going to be a shift. You're going to have more families that are into soccer, and that's it. You're going to see more kids growing up that are into it. But again, it comes down to a money thing. And that has a lot to do with it too. And overseas, internationally with soccer, man, big time money, right? Huge money. So until, you start seeing comparable numbers in the MLS, which I don't know what Messi's getting paid. I'm sure he got paid a lot, which is starting to change that landscape of it. But not everybody's a Messi, right? A lot of these average MLS players, they're not of that same talent, so they're not getting any comparable numbers. So unless the financials change and things like that, it will. I feel like it will over time, but, it remains to be seen, man. It remains to be seen for sure. But, man, great discussion. I think I'm going to leave it on that note because it is Christmas Day, and I want to go watch this Knicks game.
Yeah, let's get out of here, brother.
And I did say 1 o'clock for us. So 666, I really appreciate the follow, and I really appreciate you being a part of the discussion today. It made for a great live recording of episode 53. Merry Christmas to everybody out there today.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Happy Boxing Day. Enjoy it. Hope we get a Manchester win. I'm going to definitely be tuning in. I'll be at work, but I'll find a way to tune in. For that as well, Triple. So, listen, man, keep showing up. Join us for all the shows. Go check out the YouTube page again. Give us a subscribe over there. It's got all of our content on there, all of our past shows. If you want to check it out, we have, short content on there, and our socials, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. We put out short videos all week long. So definitely check us out, Triple. And that goes for anybody else that are watching. Please like, comment, share, subscribe. Keep those notifications on. As always, Dub, any closing comments for the people on this beautiful
Merry
Christmas Day?
Everybody, go enjoy the rest of your guys' day. Eggnog, very good.
Indeed. All right. Let's go Knicks. Get back in this game. Don't win by too much because it's for the sake of my parlay, but... love you guys.
Yeah,
Mets, Yankees, let's go, man. Wake up. Let's give us a late Christmas gift, please. I need something. And everybody just enjoy all the NFL football. We'll reconvene probably, Mental Mondays with Epis next week before the new year. Join us for that, Triple. We also do a mental health show every Monday. Usually around 10 p.m. Eastern time. I know that time frame probably don't work out for you. That's way in the early hours of the morning. But you could always check our old episodes out or the full edited versions out there on the YouTube page. Okay, so appreciate you. Yeah, man. You already have YouTube, Facebook. There you go. Appreciate you. Check us out, man. All right, everybody. Merry Christmas. Have a beautiful day. Until next time, it's your boy Matty B, Epis Sports Radio, WWA. Keep showing up.
All right, Merry Christmas.
I've been known to play mine to a T, but it's time for me to lead, picking dirt right out the cleats. Steep path, roadblocks in the streets, trying to knock me off my feet, cause the devil never sleeps. So I don't sleep too, and trying to breach safes that I didn't have the keys to. We all been victims of trauma we ain't agreed to, but the sun comes after, starting up a new chapter.
Isn't it lovely? I ain't looking back and focus on what's in front of me. Everybody takes a number, but I'm still here luckily. I know that God got me, so I'm in good company.
And a Happy New Year. Hope you have a beautiful day. Wherever you're coming from. It's your boy, Matty B, Epis Sports Radio. Keep showing up.
Isn't it lovely?